I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son, that poor son, that
son of a bitch.
How do I start this episode?
It's
It's already started, by the way. But how do we start it?
Buy my book. That's how
Oh.
we can start it.
Yeah, okay. I did, by the way. I did buy the book.
Yes, thank you. Mwah.
Clarissa Gunsmoke Volume 1 on Amazon and was it Gumroad?
On Amazon, paperback,
No,
and
Ko-fi.
ebook. Oh, and Ko-fi. Ko-fi is for people who don't need an ebook Kindle version,
Right.
which is potentially lots of people. And I get a lot more royalties through Ko-fi than Amazon. But of course, Ko-fi cannot print stuff.
I mean, I want the physical.
Yeah,
I want the physical
I think
book.
the majority of orders I've got, at least the ones I can see, are physical prints.
I want to
Yes.
ask about numbers. Seems a bit rude almost.
No, I've got some numbers. The one thing I can tell you is that it's not showing me like current up to the minute numbers. For all the orders. I don't know the process by which it decides, okay, this order has definitely gone through, it's been finalized, and now we can put it on the spreadsheet.
So,
But it's taking like 1 to 2 days for an order to appear. So I'm getting things from yesterday, this morning, and it's only a few. And I know it's more actual sales have happened,
yeah.
than are being shown to me because
So
of the amount of people who have said they're buying one.
Do you not get a notification every time you sell one, or
No, I don't know why it is. I think that there's a grace period. This is a conjecture. I haven't actually read this from Amazon. I've tried to find like an explanation. And there seems to be like third-party software that can like track it more closely. But there seems to be like the reason is there's a grace period for if somebody wants to refund it before it actually gets shipped out. So they don't want to give me the information until the money has actually been finally transferred and cannot be refunded.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't have a cool number or a cool graph to look at. I think I'll look into like third-party stuff just so I can look at the number go up because I am excited about that.
Yeah.
But so far it has counted 8 orders, and I know there's more than that, but 8, 6 physical prints from United States, 1 from here, UK, and a Kindle version that my mom bought to try it out on her iPad.
Cool.
Which was useful because like I didn't know what it looked like on a phone or an iPad through the Kindle. It looks great.
I'm sure there's more people listening that want a copy of Clarissa Gunsmoke Volume 1. So
yes, I didn't really talk about what it is.
Get those orders in, folks.
It's the first volume of my comic Clarissa Gunsmoke and the Bandit King, which contains the 3 currently out chapters plus the unreleased, currently, as of recording, unreleased 4th chapter. The 4th one.
The 4th one.
The fourth one.
The 4th one. Hey, may the 4th be with you.
It's March.
Oh.
It's not. It's March the 4th.
Pardon me. Excuse me. Yeah. Cinco de Marcho.
Cinco de Marcho.
You said I was amazed when you told me the profit margins. You said you told me it was like $7. You make like $7. That's like almost half. And that's
so
on a $15 book sale, like that's, I would expect my expenses for printing a book like this would be at least, I would probably, including like printing the book, getting it shipped to me, and then mailing it, even inside the US, I would expect that all to cost me at least $10, maybe more, which would leave me with only like $5 or less.
Yeah.
In profit. And on like foreign, on like international shipment, forget about it. Shipping would be $20.
Yeah, it's a whole big fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have for ebook.
It just makes me so jealous. I just want Amazon. I just want Amazon's infrastructure. I just want to have access to the fucking means by which they ship things so cheaply. Why do they get to do it, and I have to freaking go to the post office and pay $25 to send 6 ounces of packaging to the UK? It's evil.
Because they bundle up their packages and then they have it like lashed together with rope, and then they have a slave driver, and he does his whip thing. And it's like in the pyramids of Giza, they roll the packages on lugs into the post office.
Why didn't I get a slave?
I don't know. Maybe you should have worked harder, and then you would have.
Maybe I should have pulled myself up by my bootstraps if I wanted a slave. They ship them in the big metal containers like the ones in the dock and in Disco Elysium, the one that frickin' Everard has his office in. Yeah, one of those.
But yeah, the royalties are a little interesting. For paperback, quite simple. There's 60% royalty minus printing fees, and for printing this book, it's like $2.
Yeah, really? So how many pages is it?
74 pages.
That's really cheap. That's really cheap printing.
That's cheap as fuck, and that is because it's like non-color. I think if it was a color book, it would be a little bit more expensive, but not prohibitively. I think I looked at the tables. It would be like $3 to $5, depending on how many pages, and if it was hardback and stuff like that.
When you okay, I mean, how? So the buyer doesn't have to pay for shipping, because like I bought one and it went into my. I assume if you have Prime, you get free shipping, like you get on everything if you have Prime. I don't have Prime. So I usually have to, like, as long as I buy more than $25 worth of stuff on Amazon at a time, I get free shipping on most things. So I put it in my cart, and I got free shipping on it because I added, like, $10 worth of other stuff. So I effectively paid nothing for shipping.
Yeah, it's great.
So
it's
wait a minute.
It's finally a way I can send like merchandise of my artwork out into the world without it being too expensive for people to say, "Oh, I don't know about that."
I actually can't believe this because like $2 for, I mean, I assume it's because the pages are black and white, so I assume that would cost more if it were in color. But for $2, I mean, I would pay more than that to print, for example, a copy of the Radcon Paradise Dojin, which is only 32 pages, black and white, cost more than $3 per copy to print. So it would, oh God, I'm going to make myself sick if this is true, but it would be almost cheaper to simply buy print-on-demand copies one at a time in bulk from Amazon and ship them to myself than it is to buy a bulk order from Kablam. No, that can't be true.
Oh, you haven't even heard the best part. Well, it's not the best part, but a cool thing about that is
it's over.
I, as the author of this book, I can request Amazon send me a bulk order, physical, that I can then sell by myself in person. So if I want to go to a convention, I can pay just the price of printing, not like the actual cost of the thing. Send it to me, and then I can have like 100 Clarissa Gunsmokes printed by Amazon at that price.
Do you get a discount or same price?
I think it might be a discount. I didn't check because I didn't need that.
Because if there's additional discounts for printing in bulk, then that's just gravy. It's already cheap.
I would imagine there might be, but didn't check that exactly. But that's cool, because if I ever need like, oh, I'm gonna maybe see if I can get a table at a convention. I need a bunch of my book.
Yeah,
Amazon can just send it to me.
Yeah,
it's great.
Wow.
And you can have it too. It ships everywhere in the world. Everywhere.
Can I, the consumer, order 100 copies and get a bulk discount?
No, I don't think so. I guess you can get a shipping discount.
Nice.
If you buy enough things.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, there's.
I'm gonna have to look into this. Damn it.
Okay.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to look into this, but I guess I do.
It's so good. Okay,
Seems
so there's 60% royalty for paperback, but they have an extra thing that I checked. So in addition to that, expanded distribution networks. So like Amazon can have the book listed for like schools and libraries and bookstores to purchase and put in their store.
Wow.
And I get a 40% royalty on that. So like if Barnes and Noble know that Clarissa Gunsmoke's hot shit and they want it in their store all over the world, all over the country, I guess, they can order it from Amazon and I get money through that. So it's like even less work I have to do for not likely to happen because Clarissa Gunsmoke is like a complete nobody right now, but like that's cool.
If that were to happen, if you were to get copies ordered for like libraries or bookstores or anything, I mean, I would want to know about that. Like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't. I guess I understand how that like Amazon could offer that as a possibility, but like I'm sure you have to like promote it yourself. Like they're not gonna like promote it for you. No, they
don't promote it. The marketing is all on my end, but like. Yeah.
But they put it in a catalog or something. They put
it in a catalog and it can be listed. So like if a librarian is just scrolling through and they see Clarissa Gunsmoke and they're like, that looks like something we need in the library, they'll just download a copy. Order a copy or 3. Or whatever.
You wouldn't download a copy of Clarissa Guns. Oh wait, yes you would from Ko-Fi.
Yes, you would from Ko-Fi, right. Where I get that only takes 5% of the sale for a Ko-Fi store. Coffee store. I looked at Gumroad, by the way. Gumroad takes 10%. So, Ko-Fi is just better.
I didn't actually know you could sell stuff through Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi.
It might be relatively new, but yeah, it's quite easy. You just take 5% of every sale. And if you're like a special member of Ko-Fi, it's like you get 100% of the sale goes to you.
Are you a special member? Oh, okay.
No, I'm a free user. So, but 5% is so low. That's great.
Yeah. I made a Ko-Fi for the PCP, thinking sort of as like a secondary support alternative to Patreon. The idea that we would advertise it in the Perfect Comic Party. I think it's ko-fi.com/thepcp. I think that's the URL. Wait, what's your Ko-Fi?
Oh, yes, my Ko-Fi is ko-fi.com/give-and-take, same as everywhere else.
Right.
Oh, and Amazon has given me... Let me check, because it was a little glitchy, but... if I search Clarissa Gunsmoke, and it comes up, hell yeah, it comes up. That's so fucking cool. And then I click my name. It's my name. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work in the UK. I think in the US, I have like an author page in US Amazon. So if I switch the fucking... whatever. But I have an author page, so I can put like a profile picture and say, oh, I'm an author. This is about me. Learn more about Louis Batten. That's my full name. I was not sure whether I was going to do my full name or an internet pseudonym.
I saw you put it as Ms. Louis Batten.
Yes.
Ms. is such a funny, such a funny, such a specific use case for an abbreviation. Ms.
But yeah, I think just because it maybe seems more professional and more like legitimate to have a person's name, and everyone does it. Everyone does it. So it's like, I don't know. If on the off chance that a normie is learning about my comic, they won't be slightly put off by give and take internet name.
Right. Yeah. Maybe
they'll think of it as, oh, it's a graphic novel. Who made Scott Pilgrim? You know, it's not like whatever username.
Not Radio Maru.
Yeah,
it was Brian Lee O'Malley. You see, all right. That was his Tumblr handle.
Lol.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm jazzed. I was very
worthy.
I was very frustrated last week. It was difficult to get everything working. I bought a paperback for myself, and it looks great. And
I can't,
there's
I
no
can't
problems
wait to
anymore.
I can't wait to see mine.
Oh, it's so good. It's like, what if you made something? What if you drew something on a computer screen and then you have it in your hand?
No way. Shit. I think I'm gonna have it on Friday. I think mine's arriving on Friday, so it'll be the day this goes up. I'll have it, hopefully, maybe even sooner.
This is the beginning of my girl boss CEO arc. I'm starting an industry. I'm starting an empire. It'll be Clarissa Gunsmoke to start, and then I'm gonna put. I think I might. The next thing I put on Amazon will be the Bell Jape book, and that'll be like you can get a paperback or a hardback because that's gonna be like hundreds of pages. I think.
Do you have that made, or do you?
It's half made. It's like started. I started it back a while before even the Lord of Ghosts Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, I love those Homestuck and Problem Sleuth books with the little commentary at the bottom. What if I did that with my silly little thing?
Yeah.
So I have I have the beginnings of something. But yeah, translating it takes a long time with all the GIFs and posting multiple versions of you know the different frames and completely different experience.
Well, now I have two potential segues into topics of conversation. I could branch off of translating something from digital onto a page, or I could go print on demand versus like backlog print runs.
Do the second one.
Okay. Well, I just want so I have changed I ordered the PCP Radcon Paradise Dojin. I only ordered like 30 copies because like I wanted to give copies to all the artists and to the writers. And I only got a handful of other orders, but like it's not that hard for me to order more. If I get like 20 more orders tomorrow when I run out, I could just order like a dozen more copies, and it cost me like $10 extra in shipping. It's not that big a deal to just get like a few more. So I ordered a bunch of those, and I have offered on Saint Comics store page. I'm offering a combo. I call it the Rad Combo. It's for the Dojin and the Road to Radcon for like, I think it's like $8 or $9 off the whole thing if you buy both as a combo. And the reason I did that is because I have like 30 leftover copies of Road to Radcon, and I would really just like to get rid of them. I don't need 30 copies of that in a box. Please buy my Rad combo. It's a combo deal. Supersize it.
Road to Radcon is good. You shouldn't.
It actually is pretty funny. If just a reminder, if you haven't read it, you can read it for free on the new PCP website at theprocrastinatorspodcast.com/stuff.html. It is pretty funny, and the cover art by Michi is gorgeous, and it's a nice little novella.
Yeah, and the little doodles on the inside.
The doodles on the inside are nice. The cover is a real masterpiece, but I don't need 30 of them. Please buy them.
That's another great thing. Don't have to do any shipping at all. Amazon will do all of it.
That's international shipping. I never have to have so
bunch of crap, a bunch of stuff in my room. I feel so clean. I feel so cool. Having
to go to the post office is such a freaking drag. I hate that shit. Oh, my PO box is about to expire. I have to like renew my PO box soon. The other thing. Okay, I want to say, on the store page, the Plebe and Weeb Blu-rays, I think I might have mentioned this last week, but I'm going to be discontinuing them. I'm not going to be making any more because it's not worth it to make more. So those will be coming down probably sometime in the next week after this episode goes live. There's simply not enough demand to justify continuing to order the stuff I need. Don't want to buy any more DVD boxes or anything like that. So what I got is going to be the last of it that I make, and then sorry if you miss out, but like you should have bought it earlier, guys. So I don't know, jump on that if you want.
There's no Blu-ray for Clarissa Gunsmoke yet.
We should put the rad content on a Blu-ray. We should put the Garlinghouse lecture and the Garlinghouse diss track, and we should put all that on its own Blu-ray. Everything should be on Blu-ray. Everything should be the OVA. Everything should be on Blu-ray.
I don't put Blu-ray discs in my Blu-ray player.
Physical media only. I mean, I don't even have
I
a
like
Blu-ray
physical
player.
comics because you can pick it up off the shelf and you're already reading it.
Yeah. A DVD, you gotta like put it in your freaking machine.
A DVD, you need all of the technology required to make it work to be currently functioning, and the disc itself to be undamaged. And then even then, after that, it's like, I don't know, it's fine.
Saint Comics.
I'd rather watch a YouTube video again.
Saintcomics.com/store.html for that while supplies last. Time is running out. He will be gone soon. No longer available. Here's
the thing I forgot to say.
Oh, sure.
So, royalties. The ebook on Kindle, the royalty is odd. There's two versions I could have chosen. One of them is like 30% royalties, and I don't know why it's like so low. But the other one is 70%, but they reduce the money you get for the size of the file of like the ebook. So if you've got a big ebook, the megabytes weigh it down and you get less money.
Really?
Yes, I think it's just like people don't want huge files on their Kindles.
Just to incentivize like lower.
Yeah, compression and like, I mean, usually you would have it text, so it would be small anyway. So if you're doing a print book or a color, like a book with images, you want to compress that as much as you can without it being shitty looking.
Is there like a threshold, and like as long as you're under this threshold, the royalties are better?
No, I think. Well, I chose 70% because like I still get more money that way, even with the size of my ebook.
As opposed to the
30% of the sale, which is just flat, and the megabytes doesn't get involved.
I mean, yeah, 70% is better than 30%. But how did you qualify for that? What did you have to do?
What do you mean qualify?
Well, you said, the choice between 70% and 30% seems like a no-brainer, so like what's the catch?
Well, the catch is that if you have a big file size, I think there's something else with the 30% that I didn't really understand when I read it. It's something. I'll have to go back and check.
All right.
But it's some technical thing that is like maybe good. But like I just want more money. I don't give a shit.
Sure.
Maybe it would like convert it into different types of Kindle things and more people could read it on different places.
I don't use a Kindle or like ebooks or anything, so I don't know how any of that works, but sure. I do understand why they would want low file sizes. Definitely.
Yeah, but I still get like it's the $9.99 ebook with that stuff minus the file size is $3.11
obviously
for Kindle.
Obviously,
so it's not bad.
Obviously, we'll put a link in the description to where you can purchase Clarissa Gunsmoke Volume 1.
Oh, speaking of links, I put the link on my website. I have a little button underneath Clarissa Gunsmoke that says buy like paperback or buy digital. There are links to the different stores. Mm-hmm. But the Amazon one goes to the American Amazon.com instead of .co.uk or like .de or whatever. And it doesn't automatically adjust. I think that there is a way to have a link to Amazon automatically adjust to your region, because if I click on that, it goes to Amazon.com and then it says it doesn't ship to me. But if I switch regions, it will say that. So I gotta update that. I gotta find that link and I'll send that link, and that should be the link under the description. But if you search Clarissa Gunsmoke on Amazon, you will find it. So
and it'll be in your region if you do it like that. Yeah, okay.
So it's all good.
But it should ship to everywhere.
Yes, anywhere that Amazon has a website version, which is many countries in the place in the world.
You've gone global.
I'm global. I'm a global published author.
I was reading. Oh, you know who sent me an interesting document? It was those guys from the Kato anthology. Remember them? We had them on when they published. They kickstarted their anthology comic. Hoodie from Kato sent me their document, which was because they had heard us talking about like copyright stuff for the Perfect Comic Party, and they sent me their like agreement for like inclusion in their stuff, and I read through their document and it was interesting, and then I looked up a bunch of terms that were in it, and like and I was googling around trying to learn more about copyright stuff, and I found out there's like it's there's a lot to it. You can sell the rights to like all different kinds of things with your work. You when you publish something, you can sell someone the right to be the first to publish. You can sell someone the right to be the first to publish in a given country, which means you can sell the same rights to another country. You can be the first. You can give someone the rights to be the first to publish in a certain language, which means you can then do it in a translated language with some other publisher, and you can sell those rights to them. And then like the right to be the first to publish is its own thing. Sometimes it comes along with a stipulation that you will not publish elsewhere for like a certain period of time. There's like archival rights, which are like ongoing rights in perpetuity to like host and publish a version. The digital rights, the electronic rights are like separate from all kinds of printing rights. So I don't know. It was pretty complicated, and I came away thinking, I think what we got to do is just worry about the digital version for now. And I think the agreement should just be like, just give us permission to like publish and archive your submission electronically. We will host it for free, and you will give it to us for free, and we will host it for free. And that's the agreement. And there's nothing else to it until, if we want to print in the future, we'll contact you and we'll work something out for that. And I think that's probably how we should move forward with the digital PDF version.
So there's lots of different publishers. So
yeah.
So what's hypothetically, if we wanted to do printing, what would be the what's the complications?
If we want it would. Well, it's basically a separate agreement. I was kind of hoping that we could like have it all ironed out. Like if someone submits their comic, they are giving us the right to publish it in whatever form we want, and maybe there would be certain like monetary compensation involved. Like if we decide to take it to print and print it as an anthology, maybe we would have like already agreed to compensate them a certain amount ahead of time. I would like to have gotten like all the agreements out of the way like upon submission, and there's no more need to worry about it. I think that was a pipe dream. I think it's too complicated for that to be possible.
Is it like it sounds like a weird bad like sneaky contract thing, but like what if we want to contact you about, we're going to try and print it, but like certain people just never get back to us. Are we like,
yeah, I mean, that's what I was worried about. That's what I was worried about.
Do we have to like put in a thing saying, if you do not get back to us upon our initial thing, then, but like within a certain amount of time, then we're just allowed to do it? I feel like that's a little bit of a sneaky small print thing.
Yeah, I think if we, that I was worried about that too. It's like, well, once we have it in the publication, what if we then can't get them on board, or we can't contact them again, or they disappear, and we want to publish their stuff in like a print anthology?
Maybe just leave them out of the printed version.
My gut says like, okay, it's probably putting the cart before the horse to be worrying about print rights when we're not even thinking about printing anything yet, when we're just worried about a digital publication. So we should only worry. Maybe we only need to worry about the digital and electronic archival rights right now. And yeah, I think it's just going to be probably if we want to print and we reach out to the author and we say, hey, let's like license us to like print your stuff and sell your stuff as part of an anthology, and they don't answer us, I think we're just going to have to be like, well, we can't do it.
Yeah.
Which would suck. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else for it.
I guess. I mean, for any individual person who has a comic, I would assume they would want, the ability to do, like, print their own thing, archive their own thing, in addition to whatever the perfect comic party will be. So, I guess the perfect comic party being unprintable is not a terrible tragedy in my eyes, as long as, Well, I'm going to be printing my comics.
I'm not saying it's unprintable. I'm just
saying
saying
it would be difficult.
Well, I'm just saying
like certain issues would be unprintable if we just can't get the person.
Well,
or if people don't agree.
Well, yes, true. But
I think that's not too big of a problem, because, like, I'm still going to be able to print my comic. It's not going to prevent other people from printing the comics on their own terms.
Yeah.
The collective will not be able to be printed, and
I'm not interested. I'm not interested in like stipulating anything for submissions that are like, if you submit, you agree you will not publish this in any other.
Oh no, that's
format.
not what I mean.
Yeah,
of course.
I mean, if I was going to stipulate that, I would expect that we would be paying money, and I don't want to pay anyone money. We're doing this free, Unless if we're not selling the book, then I feel like it's okay to ask people to submit for free. But I wouldn't feel that way if we were like, well, if you give it to us, then you can't publish anywhere else.
No, of course not. That would never be part of the thing.
Yeah.
It would, because the idea of having a printed version of the perfect comic party is just like, oh, that'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice?
Well, that's
about
nice.
As far as it goes.
Well, no, you idiot. It's not just nice. It's not just nice. It's about staying in the black. It's about the dollar bills. It's about stacking Benjamins. It's about
then if that's the case, the contract needs to be a little more like it could handle.
Look. I just think that potentially print copies are an avenue to turn this venture into something that generates revenue. For that, we would need additional agreements with submittees. But since the idea then would be that we're selling it, I feel like I don't think it would be sustainable to expect people to submit their stuff for free for us to then sell. And so we would have to draft up some kind of like standard licensing contract. But then in the here and now, we would be paying people money for content that we would then be publishing for free. So we'd be operating. I mean, we'd have to operate at a loss in preparation for potential future revenues.
Oh, so you would pay them like a flat fee when they submit it? And not
for example, and
not when it gets sold.
Okay, well, we could stipulate something like future compensation, like before print. Yeah, I mean, we could do it in like we promise to pay you a certain amount at such time as we make them available for physical sale. That seems reasonable. Okay, you know what, Gib? That's not bad. That's not bad. Because I would rather promise to pay someone in the future than pay them now.
Yes. The only thing is then when we're like, okay, let's print. Oh, we've got to pay this many people this much money. Oh, we can't afford that, lol.
Well, sure. In which case we
do pre-orders of the physical version. It's a whole bunch of crunch.
It is a whole bunch of crunch. I couldn't have said it better myself. I don't know. I hope this isn't... I started talking about this stuff on my stream the other day, and my viewership, cratered. So I hope this isn't boring. But I mean, I think it's really interesting. I think it's a fascinating puzzle to try and solve this. Put these pieces together in a way that forms a money-making machine.
For me, it's like the curse cloud from Okami. Every moment I stand in there, my health bubbles are going a little smaller. Gotta jump out. I gotta jump out of there and run around in the dirt.
No, I'm in there. I'm in the cloud. I am the cloud. I am the cloud, baby. Okay. Here, you know what? I like that idea. So let's explore it. Let's explore it for another minute or two.
Okay.
If we stipulated you submit, you give us the rights to electronically publish for free, and we will not sell and we will make it available for free.
Yes.
However, you also agree to not necessarily first publishing rights, but you agree to allow us, print rights. Okay, I feel like we might have to stipulate some kind of time frame. I feel like it might not be okay to just be say that and be at some point in the future, maybe 50 years from now, we just said, oh well, we still got the rights, or maybe we can. I mean, if it's not an exclusive deal, maybe we can just be yeah, we're allowed to do it. There's no exclusivity deal, but we're allowed to do it. Okay. So maybe we say it's free electronically. At such time that we make it available for publishing, you will be entitled to some amount, and we could do it some flat amount per submission, or we could do it per page. We could do it on a per page basis as well.
But that means verbose people get the big cash.
Yeah, that would.
What if you draw really small?
That would perversely incentivize you to stretch your content out over as many pages as possible, which is, I mean, other publications have operated on such a business model in the past. It's not untenable, but yeah, is it incentivizing the kind of creator behavior that we want? Maybe not.
I mean, I think most people submitting are just going to do it because it's oh, cool. Maybe my comic will be seen. Maybe this is a good excuse to start drawing my comic.
You're absolutely right, Gib. We should pay an exposure.
Yeah.
We own the means of production.
That they have to give us
a website to host files on.
They give us some dirt on themselves, and we expose the dirt if they don't comply. That's the paid in exposure.
You have to tell us one cancelable secret.
One dirty little secret.
All right, you can submit your comic, but we will only accept submissions if you record yourself saying the N-word and you submit and we will release it if you break your contract. This is part of the standard agreement. This is standard industry procedure.
This is how the world works now. It's all about that cancelable currency.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel coins.
That's right. Cancel.
Cash your cancel coins. Get this person offline. get them hiding.
It's a trust-based economy. There's nothing more valuable than the ability to destroy someone's credibility.
Trust-based economy.
Oh right, Liz, that cutie. Okay. I'm thinking.
I'm stinking.
But what do we offer? I don't know. What's a reasonable amount to offer in such an agreement? You give us, we will pay you $50. That seems low.
Do I get $50?
Will we pay ourselves $50
well, if
to
I'm
put
in
our
the
own
comic.
comics in our own? No. I mean,
why would I even be a part of this? Why would I be doing all that? I'll just sell my own comics. I'll give myself $50 every day.
Okay, look. I feel like there's gonna be submissions. Here's where we get particular. Some submissions are gonna be worth more than others. Like some will be more substantial, more professional, you know. So a one size fits all standard, you know, contract remuneration amount seems a little weird.
Well, that's why we have we decide who gets in.
Sure. Okay. I mean, yeah, that does kind
That's
of.
sort of how it works in.
But what if
general
what if they're
comics.
all bad? But what if they're all bad?
Like the idea in Shonen Jump is, or you know, any comic, but Shonen Jump has multiple different. I guess Marvel does, but they sell individual. But whatever.
Right.
The idea is that they have an artist say, "Can I please have this marketplace? Can I please have eyes on my art?
Have platform, please.
Platform, please." And Shonen Jump is got a big platform, so it's attractive to artists. It could be a career maker.
Yeah.
To get on there. Perfect Comic Party is not that. It's certainly not at the beginning.
No.
So there's no incentive other than. Wouldn't it be nice? I mean, there is a little bit of incentive because there's.
We have a tiny little.
We have a little.
We have a tiny little. Platform.
We have a little platform.
Yeah.
It's one of those platforms that if you stand on it, it'll fall into the lava.
Yeah, it starts to shake. It starts shaking a little bit, and you got like 1 second.
Yeah. So
my screen just turned off. Okay, I'm back.
I forgot where I was going with that. But Shonen Jump says, we need you to keep our reputation high, so you can't suck, so you have to be very good. And all the artists, they say, okay. They try their best.
I think that in concept, the idea of free for now, we might print later, but we'll pay you if we do. I think that's a sound idea.
It's a sound basis for an idea, but you have to look into how to actually draw that up.
It's a sound basis for an idea. And just the balancing act there is like what's the amount that like incentivizes quality submissions and doesn't like bankrupt us to offer it as like a standard submission accepted submission contract and isn't like insulting to people that made like real comics and are like for us to like print them. Also, I don't know. I feel like if we print, there might be. I mean, I would like the ability to print in perpetuity, and if it's not exclusive, I feel like that would not necessarily be unreasonable.
Yeah,
but also it seems like that would be expensive. I don't know. It seems like maybe it'd be more affordable to offer people like, well, we can print your stuff like for a year. But I don't want to have time limits. I want it all. I don't want the exclusive rights, but I want the perpetual rights. Give me your content. Give me your content, people. Let me gobble it up. Let me put it into my money-making machine.
I feel just a little weird about the whole idea
of
like contracts and being an arbiter of quality to be on this potentially lucrative enterprise. Like the idea for me initially was just an excuse to get working, a motivating tool.
Ah, shit.
And you're thinking of it as like a money-making venture.
Yeah. And
I don't feel like I'm qualified to be like an arbiter of quality for a comic thing when my comics are, they're fine. But like, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm the right person for that sort of a job.
I
ain't no publisher. I ain't no market analyst.
Maybe it's best to just worry about the electronic rights for now.
I think so.
All right.
At least for now. Like I need to get my foot in the door of, making money off my art. That's where my mind is at.
True. Speaking of, I started working on Beastcapades again. I'm on it. I'm on the case.
Nice.
It's getting there.
How many pixels?
Hang on, let me count. 1, 2,
very
3,
small images.
4, 5, 6,
Very, very, very
7.
low res images.
Ah, shit! I lost count. Hang on, I guess sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're very. The images are only like they start at like I think it's like 190 by 270, and then I blow them up. I'm sort of laying them out. It's actually really hard and kind of annoying to like fit them to like a page. It's because I had a couple of I had like a handful of images that I had put on my Twitter but that I had not published on my website. So I started there and I tried to take those and like just put them to a page and be like, how do they look on the page? And I managed to figure it out. I managed to get them looking like, okay, this is readable. It's very annoying. It's very annoying because there's not like a standard way to do it. I kind of have to like size every image and be like, how big should it be? Where should it be? What order should they go in? Where should the words be? I kind of had to just figure that out as I go every time. And it took a while. And so I did a bunch of that with those existing updates. And then I started drawing a couple more new ones. And I don't know. I hope that I can sort of streamline the process and it'll get a little faster as I get a little more used to doing it this way. But I'm glad to be drawing again, even though I've only really just started, but I did start, and that's the hardest part, is starting.
Yes. Well done.
Thank you.
You put the pen to the paper.
And you know what? I remembered that Beastcapades is cool, actually. And
yes, that's how it was always how it happens.
Yeah. And nobody
you actually go back and you're like, oh, I would read this. I did read this. I made this.
You know what? Well, you know what the thing is? I don't know if some of Beastcapades as it currently exists, I think is good and I would read. Some of it is bad and looks like crap. But where Beastcapades, I might have gone on this spiel already, so I won't belabor it, but Beastcapades has not revealed what it is actually about yet. Beastcapades has not showed its hand. And the ideas that I had for when that happens, I don't know, I find them really fun and cool. So I'm excited to get there, and then I'm excited to. Right now, it's all set up. It's all set up.
Nice.
Yeah, just very excited to make that happen, and I don't know. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I look forward to finding out. I had some ideas about.
I'm fucking around right now, and
Stop
I look
fucking
forward
around.
to finding out.
Yeah, I had some ideas about. I had some ideas about what gluttony could be used for. I almost don't even really want to talk about why I thought my ideas were good, because they sort of figure into like the real, like what, like the actual like purpose and concept behind Beastcapades, which is sort of not even really apparent yet. So I won't even go into them. But I was walking the other day. I was walking here, and I was like, "Ooh, it could do that. Oh, that fits perfectly. Oh, yes, that makes perfect sense in the story concept as I understand it." And I'll do that soon. Okay.
You know, when it comes to story concepts,
Yeah.
I've been really deep. Well, not really deep, but I've been very excited about using this program called Obsidian to write all my notes down.
Isn't that like a planning app or like a scheduling?
It's a planning and schedule, but it has this great feature where if you make a note, whatever, and then you put 2 square brackets and some text inside, that creates a new note that links from that word. So it's a hyperlink to a different note document. And I've been doing that to build up the world of my comics, of Bell Jape and Lord of Ghosts and stuff, and adding like character entries and then a link to what other characters they know, things they've done, and like places they're from. And I've started to build a little graph. And the great thing about Obsidian, let me get a picture, is this graph view that shows the links you've made between notes in a little thing like this. And I've colored them based on whether they're a character, a location, a comic, or a jewel, an endless rock.
What the fuck?
So you got here, you can see like Bell Jape has like all the characters from Bell Jape and the places involved and things.
Oh.
And I go into like, if I go into
the jewel of Splish is an endless rock. Did I know that already?
Yeah.
I might have heard that.
I've definitely explained that, but like I don't think it's been like well understood. It's part of my big lore, you see. But if I click on the Ostrich Cathedral, this is the note, and it contains things like this.
Oh, this is cool.
And it's just sort of I sprawl it out from there. It's like building the wiki, but in such a simple way that I can easily add pages and stuff.
This is just like the freaking what, I don't even remember what it's called. The thing in Outer Wilds that lets you like track the things you found.
This is the thing. I was playing Outer Wilds, doing the DLC, and I was like, this is just like that program I saw like a few weeks ago. Because my brother told me about it. I'm like, I gotta do it. I gotta do it for my thing. And so I'm doing an Outer Wilds connect the dots database of all the stuff that happens in the comic and all of my ideas for different things that have not currently been shown. So for Bell Jape 2, that'll be instrumental in figuring out where it goes.
Yeah.
And Clarissa Gunsmoke and whatever adventures she has after that. And anything else. It's great.
This is very interesting. My dad always used to try to get me to use like not stuff like this, but like he would always buy me like little like calendars and like notebooks and like planners and stuff and try to encourage me to like write down notes and stuff and like keep track of things. And I always spurned them. I like always hated that shit. This is just a cool. This is more interesting than that.
There's another.
I'm trying
to the Lord of Ghosts comic.
Oh,
so it's got Mbutsakini and Nlakakam over there.
I'm trying to decide if this would be useful for Beastcapades or not.
You know what's going to be very useful for?
Is
figuring out how Red Noir fits into the Lord of Ghosts.
Red Noir! I'm glad to hear you mention Red Noir again.
Yeah. Such a good name for such a short-lived little project.
Yeah. Glad that's not completely forgotten.
Yeah. I reread it in the process of putting it on my website, giveandtake.site.
Right.
Newly revamped.
And
I was like, wow, this is good. This is a good little Red Man comic, but a noir.
Somebody commented and said, like, nice job, Ben, nice job on the website. It's like, I think they said it was like simple and clean, or it's like nice and simple. And I was like, thank you. Yes, that's what I want. I just want a freaking easy to use website with a couple of pages to find the stuff you're looking for. That's all it is. And that's all I was trying to do with it. And I think I succeeded. And reminder, if you want the episode MP3s, a lot of people use like the podcast apps. If you just want to download the MP3s and listen to them on an MP3 player or something, they are all, except for the last like two, up on the PCP website, perfectcomicparty.com, the procrastinatorsPodcast.com/episodes.html, I think. And you can also get, I have zipped collections. You can download zip files and then unzip them, and it'll have like every episode of the Podcast that was on the PCP channel, every PCP episode from a certain year, all of the Digibro decompression chambers, etc., etc. I hope those are convenient for people. It was a lot of work. It was a lot of work just putting that all together. And if I missed anything, let me know in the comments. If there's any collections you'd like to see or stuff that I didn't get. There might be other like random crap from the channel that I just totally forgot about. You got the panel casts. You got the Naru cast. We've got I don't even remember what else. We got guys isolation training. You know,
What the hell was that?
it was one time Nate did a decompression chamber, and he called it isolation training. Yeah.
Oh, you said panel. It reminded me of one other thing that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
The Kindle Create is like the program you use to turn like a PDF into a Kindle ebook.
Mm.
And what it does, there's this fun little function. If it's, a graphic novel, you can auto generate panels. And so when you're reading on a phone or a Kindle or whatever, you can double tap on a panel and it'll zoom in and full screen that particular panel. So you can flip through the panels rather than full pages if the pages are like too small on a phone or something. Instead of having to zoom, you can look at a panel and it will like scroll to the next one. And I did that for Clarissa, and it like pretty well. Like I only had to edit a few of them, matched the panels on the page, the little rectangles that it would zoom in on.
Wait a minute. So it like auto finds the panels and like makes them their own thing?
Makes them their own like individual image that you can scroll left and right through if you want to, and then you double tap the panel to go back to full page view, which is pretty cool.
That's actually very interesting. That actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah. You
don't really need it for Clarissa because the text is quite big for all that. But if it's like a traditional comic book with tiny little text, then it's quite useful. But yeah, that's I've learned so much about Kindle. I'd never use it. I don't think I will use it, but it's cool. But also buy the PDF if you don't care about that, because I get more money. And then buy the paperback because it's cooler to have something on your shelf. And then buy the Kindle as well.
Buy it all.
Why not?
I can't stop. I can't stop consuming. I want to consume all forms of the content.
I'm the chef, and you better eat your greens. Which is my work.
I have been trying to create. I've been trying to create Twizzlers. Like I've been trying to duplicate the Twizzlers recipe in my candy making workshop, and it's hard. It's hard. And I bought a jug of glycerin, and I'm gonna try putting that in there and see what happens.
Oh, is that licorice you're trying to make?
I also got some stuff for licorice. I was just talking about like cherry Twizzlers, like just the consistency.
Yeah,
I am gonna get some licorice extract and like once I know how to make them, I will like make that with them because I like that. But I got this stuff. Okay, I found this stuff. This was so amazing. There's this stuff. Apparently, it's a naturally occurring salt. It's called sal ammoniac, and it is ammonium chloride. And I guess they put it in certain licorices. It's like salty licorice flavoring. And listen to this. This is the second paragraph from the Wikipedia article on sal ammoniac. Pliny, in Book 31 of his Natural History, refers to a salt produced in the Roman province of Cyrenaica called Hammoniacum. Is so called because of its proximity to the nearby temple of Jupiter Ammon, Greek Ammon. However, the description Pliny gives of the salt does not conform to the properties of ammonium chloride. According to Herbert Hoover's commentary, in his English translation of Georgius Agricola's De Re Metallica, it is likely to have been common sea salt. In any case, that salt ultimately gave ammonia and ammonium compounds their name. Herbert Hoover, the President of the United States, translated this ancient frickin' Roman book about the nature of metals and salts, and he's like cited here in this Wikipedia article, and I did a double take at that.
So wait, ammonia because it's close to a temple?
Okay, yes. This salt that Pliny describes was called ammoniacum because it was near to the temple of Jupiter Ammon, Like that's where the ammon in ammoniacum comes from. And that name for that particular salt that Pliny describes is where, the chemicals ammonia and ammonium get their
Lamau.
names.
It's so funny
Now
how
I know.
words are just used.
Even though it literally is not what he was talking about. He was talking about something else. He was just talking about salt, regular salt.
It's fun. It's fun when you realize how human history is so much. All these names, and it's like, oh, that doesn't sound like anything. They're all derived from just like looking at something and saying, "What's that? The big hill." But you say it in your language, and that becomes the name of a mountain.
Yeah. Isn't that?
And it's like, that's how world building is. I should do that for my world building thing. I should come up with like the reason people call them certain things the way they is.
It's just cool.
Because they just saw a place and they called it the big place. That's why I called my town something town. It wasn't because I couldn't think of anything. It was because they just.
That's just how you name. That's just how you name things. And then it sounds cool in another language when someone calls it that in your language, but they don't know what it means. To them, it's just a fancy word. Yeah. And that's where names come from.
Honestly, I always felt like really dumb when I was younger and trying to come up with like fantasy names for things. I'd be like, okay, just throw some vowels in there, some consonants, like lots of consonants, more than usual. And
an average ratio of consonants to vowels will simply not suffice.
Yeah.
For the fanciness of the concept I'm trying to convey here.
It's like Lord Blutargoth and the kingdom of Smearskalosh.
Got it.
I mean, that's funny.
Got it in one.
I like Smearskalosh.
Yeah, it's not bad.
But like, you would try and copy Lord of the Rings and come up with things that sounded a little too close to everything else, elven stuff.
Right.
And you didn't have any basis for the reasoning. You're just like, what sounds like a place that isn't a real place?
You ever watch oh god, what's his name?
Krusty the Clown.
No, it's that Jan Measley. You ever watch Jan Measley?
Yes.
Have you watched any of his older, like, what are they called? The ones where he, like, takes a conlang critic. A conlang is like a fake language that somebody made up. And he has a series of videos from like a few years ago where he like goes through various popular ones and like analyzes them and like ranks them on like how good or shitty they are. And some of them are really weird.
I've not seen those. Jan Measley is the guy who did that video about the anime song that everyone knows, but it was actually Swedish.
Yes, he did do that. Yes, he did do that one about the not Numa Numa. Caramel Dancing, right? I had to go through the lyrics in my head to get to the end to be like, the caramel. That's the name. Got it. He did do that video. I had found his channel a little bit before that because he did one about how many Mario games, how many Super Mario games are there? That video blew up
that as well.
And then the Caramel Dancing video really blew up, especially because there was like a big like legal thing about it. Yeah.
Did it get taken down?
I think that's sorted out. I don't know.
Well, it's a good video.
It is a really good video.
Find it if you can.
But yeah, the Conlang critics are interesting, and he does like, he does ones like from Tolkien, and he does ones from Song of Ice and Fire, and he does other like weird ones that were like made by like various people in history as like a genuine attempt to create a universal language, and those are all terrible. Well, most of them are. There's that one that's like, it doesn't even have letters. It's made of like knots. It's made of like lines that like tie into knots, and like the number of like twists in the knot is like what determines what it means. That one's awesome.
Like a piece of rope, or a drawing.
Well, it's a drawing. I mean, you maybe could do it with. Okay, it's called Kellen with a line over the first E. and it looks like this, and I don't know how to read it.
Oh, that looks Celtic.
It does look Celtic. It might be like Celtic inspired, but only in like visual design.
So what's this word?
I don't fucking know. Yeah, I have no idea.
Does it is that like an actual end and start? Like it starts like that?
Look,
and then it swirls all the way around.
Look, I can't explain anything about this to you other than that supposedly this is what Kellen looks like.
Well, I'll choose to be offended by it.
Yeah. You can also write it. You can write it fancy, and then it looks like this. It mostly just looks cool. Like I think it's not like that useful as like a language for communicating. It's like an art language. It's like a language that's made to look pretty, and it does communicate something. But it's like it's art first and foremost.
Yeah,
and that's cool.
I think that there is, like, obviously for humans this is incomprehensible at a glance.
No, because you don't know it, but you could learn it.
Could you though?
Yes.
But you said you couldn't figure it out.
You're so stupid. It's because you would have to learn it like a language. You have to, I don't know, there's a freaking code you gotta read about.
I just think when it comes to like knots, that's one of like the hardest things to understand at looking at it. Like when you see a tangled mess of cables,
you think that knots are the hardest thing to understand?
No, I mean like for a person, a letter or like a kanji or like a thing is easier because each one is like by themselves. You know, that's why joined up writing or like whatever it's harder to read, and things that are like where do you begin with that with this line, and that's why you can't untangle the Christmas lights, and that's why learning how to do knots is difficult and tying your shoes. I'm just saying, lines, big long strings are like the enemy of human thought.
That's an interesting.
That's my hypothesis.
Interesting way to look at it. I feel you. I agree with you. Obviously, listen. I'm not gonna argue that obviously this is not the most intuitive way to put concepts into writing. But I feel like that they took a non-standard initial conceit of how to do it and ran with it. I feel like that's kind of the point.
I do like it.
And I think it's pretty neat.
It is pretty neat. But where I was going with it though is like, what if there's an alien that finds this a lot easier to comprehend than single like separated elements like letters? What if they can be like, oh yeah, I know what that is. Like, even if they don't know the language, they can learn it real quick.
But if they tried to learn, like if the alien was like a worm and like they had to like worry about tying themselves aliens. They understand things like length and like getting tied up and twisted around and stuff.
They get twisted every day.
I don't know why that was so funny. Yes, they get. You mean like they smoke weed and they drink booze and they get twisted?
No, I mean they tangle themselves up because they're all wormies.
Oh sure, yeah. Definitely.
Would you still love me if I was always a worm?
Would you love me if I was a worm and I was like an alcoholic and a stoner and like I couldn't, and I was all disoriented all the time and I kept tying myself up in knots, and the knots said offensive things in Kellen just by coincidence? No.
And then you get cancelled on worm Twitter?
That would be the line. Listen, to submit your
That'd
worm
be the
comic,
line.
to submit your worm comic, you have to submit a photo of yourself saying the N-word in Kellen. Let's ask Jan Measley how you write it. I bet he knows.
Just leave a YouTube comment. That'll work.
Hey, Jan. Big fan. got a question for you. Say I wanted to write a certain word in Kellen. Here it is. All right, let me know. Bye. Why did we even get on this topic?
Something about I don't know. You brought up Kellen for some reason.
I don't even remember.
We were talking about world building, ammonia.
Oh, it's about naming stuff.
Naming stuff,
and Tolkien and Elvish, sounding like Elvish and whatever. whatever. I just like those videos. That's all my notes, by the way. I have no more subjects.
I was reminded of something. I forget why. But I wrote it down. Turkey 2000s. Okay. Oh, because we talked about turkey Twizzlers. I saw this tweet of yours, by the way. Yeah, you said Twizzlers, and I was like, turkey Twizzlers. That was a famous school lunch cafeteria food that was really bad for you, and it's famous because Jamie Oliver got it banned and everyone was mad.
Cringe. I want one. I think they look good.
They look alright. Well, they look like meat in a swirl, and you. Sure. I don't think I ever really liked the taste more than like normal nuggets or normal turkey. They had turkey dinosaurs. That was the other thing. Turkey nuggets in the shape of dinosaurs, and those were better. And then they had like the potato smiley faces and spaghetti hoops and all sorts of these like kid-friendly processed foods.
I had smiley fries. We had smiley fries. I walked over to my refrigerator to get one of my attempts at a Twizzler out of the fridge. Not successful. Much too soft.
But yes, I remember, and because I hadn't thought about it in years, and my brother was over for the weekend, and he mentioned it, and I was like, oh my god, I remember those. Turkey 2000s. Turkey 2000s was a turkey nugget. I don't know why so many things were made of turkey. I think maybe it was just there was a recipe cheaper, for really cheap like bullshit. But like Turkey 2000s was the number 2000 connected, so there was like a big long thing with holes so you could see the O's and the 2, and it was around the turn of the millennium they would have these in school dinners because it was like it's the millennium.
They just made them in the shape of the number 2000.
They made turkey nuggets in the shape of the number 2000. They were called Turkey 2000s.
Why wouldn't they just make them in the shape of 2s and 0s?
Because that's too many different parts. I don't fucking know. they wanted to make one mold instead of a billion. I mean 4. Or 2. I guess one mold instead of 2, actually.
Yeah.
But then you could make a 0002. You could make 020. You couldn't actually. It wouldn't be 2000 unless the child placed them in the right orientation.
You just make 3 times as many zeros, and then it'll work itself out.
Yeah, but what if one kid doesn't get a 2? Like they get a ladle full of these
zeros.
Of zeros.
Then he gets what he deserves. I'm sorry.
So
some people just don't deserve the 2.
I know these existed. My brother remembered them, and then we went on a nostalgia find this stuff. We found some other things. We found school dinner cake, which I will find an image of. I think if I Google the exact phrasing, school dinner cake. It was a sponge cake with sprinkles and white icing, and apparently it was just called school dinner. It was just school cake.
School cake.
And they would have it, and they would have custard or nothing. But that was like a cafeteria staple of primary schools and secondary schools, I guess. I definitely remember those a lot. It was always nice when for the dessert they had those because they were tasty. We found other things. We found the turkey dinosaurs, and we found a forum where somebody mentioned Turkey 2000s, that exact phrase. So we know that there's at least 3 people in the universe that remember Turkey 2000s, but I could not find a single image on Google or any listing in top 38 most nostalgic school dinner items from the UK, and I'm like, why is it not there?
That's such a weird thing. You would think there'd be I googled it and I can't find any pictures of it.
There's no simple way to get it because I type in Turkey 2000s, I get all of the knowledge, all of the articles about Jamie Oliver and Turkey Twizzlers, which were more popular, and they weren't just about the year 2000. And there's plenty of people who are nostalgic for post Turkey 2000s, I'm sure. There's only a certain amount of people who are at school in the right age bracket to even know about Turkey 2000s. And it's this is the biggest mystery of our generation, and I'm determined for someone else to please tell me the information, because I couldn't find it. anyone out there in the audience, if you remember Turkey 2000s, might have just been a UK thing. I would assume they didn't have like a worldwide thing with this. It's very silly. But like maybe. Any other countries, any other people from other countries know about the Turkey 2000?
I think it's probably a UK thing because we didn't have turkey Twizzlers.
Oh,
we had smiley fries.
Could be other European countries.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyone else remember that? Because it was so frustrating trying to Google it. Because there'd be turkey dinosaurs. Nostalgic things would come up with like, BuzzFeed articles about like lists of bullshit. Just like, oh, remember this from when you were a kid? School cafeteria. Beans. Sure. Potatoes and beans. Oh, smiley faces. We all like those. The smiley potatoes.
Because they have mashed potatoes inside.
I want some of those still.
Yeah, they're still good.
They had like potato waffles and just bad food, but cafeteria food and old food, nostalgic food, and it's just too specific. And there's too many things that are similar to that search sort of result, but not the same thing, that you just get led off in the wrong way, like over and over. I couldn't find it. I searched for a whole 20 minutes. It's impossible.
I mean, I can't find it either, and it seems so like visually bizarre and idiosyncratic that you would think there'd be pictures of it.
Like, what I need is some sort of lead that I can follow up on. Some sort of like, what were the companies' names, the branded companies' names that sold all of this stuff to school school cafeterias in the first place? Is there a name for a company? Is there a series of companies? I don't know where to start looking for that information. But like, if I can find that, then I might be able to get a product list. I might be able to search like avoid searches for like nostalgic image board article bullshit that is distracting and filling up my search results with nothing. I know they exist. This is my white whale. This is my turkey.
Are you sure they weren't? Turkey 2000 is such a funny name. Are you sure they didn't have a different name? Maybe like I don't know, Millennium Turkey.
I typed in different things like Millennium Turkey, but then I came up with the country turkey and something about the millennium.
Turkey 2K?
No, 2K was a much that referring to a year as K is such a 2010 thing. I'd never heard that before, like more recently.
What about like Turkey Twizzlers 2000?
Well, it wouldn't be a Twizzler. It wasn't a Twizzler.
But it sounds like it might have been like the same company that made them. Like, I feel like they might have been processed in the same factory. Yeah.
It could be, but they tasted different. They tasted more like the turkey dinosaurs. If I know who made the turkey dinosaurs, I could probably be like, that company based in like Germany made squished turkey stuff for the whole of Europe. And it was great.
It
was the best of times.
Google tells me that the first result from Google is like a brand called Bernard Matthews Turkey Dinosaurs made by Sainsbury.
Sainsbury's, okay. That is a UK.
Sainsbury Turkey 2000.
But then it'd be like, oh, buy a turkey at Christmas from Sainsbury's. It's like, no, it'll never show up.
Is it a supermarket chain?
It's a supermarket, yeah.
Okay.
Buy this, buy that.
Yeah.
Like, how do I search for the archives? The Sainsbury's archive. They don't have that.
I think you hallucinated it.
No, I absolutely did not hallucinate it.
I think there would be pictures online if this was real.
I think everyone's forgotten except for the people on the forum.
I think you are abusing your platform to try and spread a false
Bring
rumor.
back Turkey 2000s.
You're trying to start a Mandela effect, and I won't.
We need Turkey 2023s.
I won't let you do it. There's no way. It can't possibly have happened. It can't be real. It's too stupid.
No, it's so stupid that it has to be real. I remember eating them. I'm like, wow, this is fun. This is weird.
Fair.
Why do they make it? Because it was
fun.
like it's a millennium. Nobody has seen a millennium ever. Nobody has seen a millennium.
I remember eating them and thinking, I love living in a goofy alternate timeline where we make stupid turkey shapes like these.
They made turkey dinosaurs. They could make a number 2000 for a brief marketing stint for a millennium. They haven't had a millennium for 1,000 years. They were excited.
I wonder if they made 1,000 turkeys for the first millennium.
They didn't even have turkeys back then. They might actually not have.
They might have had the one or two.
They had. Is turkey like an American bird? Like in the Americas?
I want to say yes. I want to say yeah, it might be. It might be a native North American.
They may not even have had chicken in the year 1000. They would have had no nuggets whatsoever.
Yeah, they probably didn't have. Well, maybe only in like China they had or whatever, whatever the commonly domesticated breed of chicken.
I am absolutely 100% certain. This is the most certain I've ever been. Turkey 2000s are real. I might have the name wrong, but they were a breaded chicken or turkey nugget that was shaped in the number 2000.
What if I just go 2,000 nuggets?
That you'll get McDonald's menu.
No, actually, I get the basketball team, the Nuggets.
There's too many things called the same thing.
The Denver Nuggets.
Denver Nuggets. God damn it.
I assume it refers to gold nuggets. It might be a college team.
Probably. Denver Nuggets.
Did you see a like college hockey team? I forget what city. Like the San Jose Sharks tweeted this like a very like informative thread about like alternate gender identities in like other cultures around the world, like various Native American tribes and like Mesoamerican and stuff. And like cool, but like, why did the San Jose Sharks? There was no explanation for why the San Jose Sharks were tweeting. They just did. And yeah, I don't understand it. But cool, I guess.
I just want other people to be like, oh yeah, I remember those. It's weird that I can't find them on Google. Please comment that if that's the truth. Don't lie.
Chicken nuggets. Wait a minute. I'm gonna solve this.
I think it's just because Chicken 2000s doesn't ring a bell, and Turkey 2000s really does.
Are you ready for me to solve this conundrum? I'm gonna do it right now.
Oh my god, please.
Hang on. You're gonna have to give me a second. You're
just gonna download an image of a middle finger and show that to me. That's what you're gonna do. Here's your fucking Turkey 2000s, motherfucker. There's Minions-shaped turkey nuggets. See, I think the fact that they could shape nuggets into shapes.
Here we go.
Credence to this.
Here we go. ChatGPT. In the UK, were there turkey nuggets in the shape of the number 2000 made to celebrate the new millennium? Yes, it is true that turkey nuggets in the shape of the number 2000 were made in the UK to celebrate the new millennium. The product was called Millennium Turkey Nuggets and was produced by the Bernard Matthews Food Company. They were made available for sale in the UK in the lead up to the year 2000, and the idea was to create a novelty food item that would appeal to consumers looking for something special to mark the occasion. However, the product was not very successful and was eventually discontinued. So it was Bernard Matthews.
Bernard Matthews is the turkey dinosaur person. There's no images on Google. This is a travesty. Did nobody take a single picture of the whole time when it was happening?
Okay, it could be lying. If we can't corroborate it with proof, then like the fact that ChatGPT says it's true doesn't mean anything.
I believe the AI when it agrees with me.
Yeah.
I think it's just that Google can't find the image. I think it'll be on like a website that's outside of Google. It'll be on the dark web. The dark web will have what I need.
Yeah, I mean, if it was real, there must be proof somewhere. What about
Millennium Turkey Nuggets.
what about your Bernard Matthews Millennium?
It's just that they have like turkey nuggets and minions, turkey dinosaurs and minions.
Listen, I appreciate that turkey nuggets can come in any shape that one can imagine. In anything the mind can dream, a turkey can embody in their nugget form. But damn if you can't freaking find it on Google.
Wait a minute. The free library. Okay, here's link page citation. Can I go to that link? Page URL. Oh, this is the page. Oh, okay. Identifying a children's product to signify the millennium was difficult for Bernard Matthews Foods Limited. But from their research, Turkey 2000 was born. Turkey 2000 is a frozen shaped product with chopped turkey made into 2000 shapes and then covered in crispy crumb. The 360-gram pack,
crispy crumb,
which contained on average 6 very large shapes, is already available for sale. This is from September 1st, 1999. I don't know.
Wow.
So, contains an average of 6 very large shapes, is already available for sale in a metallized film pack, and Bernard Matthews believes this is the first time such film has been used within the children's sector. Lol. Tasty Toasties is the name of their anytime snack. These are 2 ready-to-cook sandwiches filled with cheese sauce and turkey ham. Okay, this is just information, but where is it from?
Okay, ChatGPT says they were called Millennium Turkey Nuggets. This article says they were called Turkey 2000.
I remember Turkey 2000. We're getting to the bottom of this. No portion of this article can be reproduced. So copyright 1999, Food Trade Press Limited. So this is an excerpt from that in a website called the Free Library. So I'm just going to link that. I'm going to link that shit.
Okay, hang on.
So this is from a library that has saved this information, which I'm sure is gone otherwise. Unless they made print versions of that magazine and somebody saved one.
No. Okay.
Wait, BernardMatthews.com. Maybe they have. Maybe they have.
That's what I doubt it, because they're not selling them anymore.
Product range, about us, contact us. Will I contact them? I might. They made
Send
Turkey Twizzlers. They made Turkey Twizzlers. That makes sense.
Can we?
You're right.
I knew it. I knew it must be the same guys. Okay. Can we get Bernard Matthews on the podcast? Does he do guest appearances? Oh my god, the Bernard Matthews among us.
They do turkey unicorns, turkey teddies, turkey minions, turkey sandwiches, turkey balls. Okay, well, great, good for them. They have sliced turkey.
When you like a little nugget in the shape of a sandwich.
I think there's stuff inside it. What's that? Hamwich. Cheesy hamwich. Okay, it's not turkey.
Ham boys?
It's a ham boy.
Okay, ChatGPT does not have any helpful advice on me for where to find pictures of the Millennium Turkey Nuggets.
We
could try Bing. I'm going to try Bing. I've never binged anything before.
Oh my god. I hope you don't cring.
No! Wait, what? Oh, yeah, me too. Bernard Matthews.
Maybe I go to their Twitter. I will go to their Twitter. Bernard Matthews Foods Limited.
At them on Twitter. Bernard, where are the Turkey 2000s?
Right. Yes. How do I message?
No, Bing is returning largely the same. Largely the same. Image results. See Turkey Twizzlers, Turkey Dinos. I see. Ew, this has got to be a joke. I see chicken Twizzlers, but they're like branded the same way as like Twizzlers the candy, so I don't think that's real. Was there like I wonder if there was like a licensing conflict between Turkey Twizzlers and like, the candy Twizzlers. Which is, I learned that they are owned by a company called, like, Young and Smiley.
Alright, I've added Bernard Matthews on Twitter.
Based.
Please confirm the existence of Turkey 2000s. Cannot find any images on Google, but I know they existed. Exclamation point. I'm very serious.
What if? Hang on. What if we just use the Google, the Twitter search function and like search for like Turkey 2000 and filtered by images? Okay, I see your tweets are the latest result for Turkey 2000s. Okay, and this is not.
Of course,
no.
I'm the biggest. I'm the Turkey Queen. I'm the 2000s Queen. I'm both of those things.
Turkey Millennium Nuggets. No photo results for Turkey Millennium Nuggets. Jesus.
It's more. It's like somebody disappeared it. Somebody disappeared the Millennium Nugget.
Like that picture of Stalin with Trotsky. Yeah.
Somewhere out there's like just a picture of like a plate with nothing on it. Or maybe some peas. Peas to the side.
Well, that's a mystery. It'd be so funny if they actually get back to you about that.
I would love it. I would love nothing more.
Let me see. From top results. A bunch of results about the country Turkey at Bernard Matthews. Wait. Bernard Matthews on Twitter only has 500 followers?
I mean, it's a Turkey product.
Okay, but it's like a corporation. Okay, it's not even verified.
Well, I mean, they don't give a shit about Elon Musk. I can respect that.
Wait. Oh, did they get rid of... Well, oh no, they haven't gotten rid of legacy notifications yet.
I got their Twitter from their website, so it is the correct Twitter.
They posted... Okay, they post like once a year.
They'll see my tweet.
I don't...
They'll see it eventually.
Maybe... I don't think...
It
doesn't seem like they maintain a Twitter presence.
The one guy who's in charge of the Twitter will log on to like promote the new Christmas turkey something or other.
Oh my god!
And then they'll see my plead, and they'll get excited. They'll finally have someone to talk to about it.
Oh, the latest tweet. I can see why they're not on Twitter. Their latest tweet in January 2021. They brought back turkey Twizzlers, but they're like different. They're like a different recipe, and all the comments are like, "Fuck you! We hate the new turkey Twizzlers. Like, bring back the old recipe, you cowards." Oh, that's sad.
Recipe, yeah, people are evil.
I mean, I get it. These look completely different, and they don't look. They probably are worse. I don't want to cape for Bernard Matthews Foods Limited.
No, I don't care either, but I never liked the Twizzler, so I could imagine that people just have rose-tinted taste buds for that.
Yeah, well...
And they just think it was the best thing ever, when it was actually just filled with salt and fat, and they liked that.
It was, and you were a kid. It was full of salt and grease, and you were a kid, and times were good. And you liked that, and that's fair enough. Yeah.
Great quality, honest prices since 1950.
It's respectable. What a legacy. Oh man.
Contact. Oh, they got a physical address. I should go see them.
Wow, yeah, like they tweet like a couple times a year, and all the replies are just like people that hate them. They just don't like what they're doing.
Oh, this is odd.
Or no replies more often.
At the very bottom of their site, they've got navigation. They've got About Us, Terms and Conditions, 2021 Gender Pay Report, and then something Slavery and Human Trafficking Statement 2022.
Bernard Matthews?
All caps.
No.
And Bernard Matthews. Are they going to say, what are they going to say? Introduction.
New and improved turkey Twizzlers. They're back, now with 75% less slave labor.
Yes, basically. We're proud of the steps we've taken to combat slavery and human trafficking.
Oh, God. No!
Our supply chains. We get majority of our protein from UK farmers, with additional supply from Europe, South America, and Asia. Okay. How are you going to unhuman traffic? We remain committed to minimizing the risk of modern slavery or human trafficking in our supply chains.
It's so bad when your press statement has to talk about slavery.
It's in caps at the bottom of the website. It's very funny. Nothing else is in all caps. We're so anti-slavery, guys.
I can't believe you think slavery is funny, Gib. I can't believe you think that's something to laugh about.
Hey, I'm an Amazon author, all right? I think it's funny now.
The only thing I'm a slave to
is the grind.
Is the grind, is the Sigma grind, is the rhythm of the jungle beat. I don't know what that means. One day, no, I'd like to try an old turkey Twizzler, but maybe I'll never get the chance.
Nah, I think they're gone.
Ugh.
Just get a regular turkey and twizzle it. Just twizzle that.
This first attempt at recreating a Twizzler was not even close. I don't know what it's missing. There's the main ingredients in a Twizzler are corn syrup, wheat flour, sugar, and corn starch. And then past that, there's like a couple other things. There's palm oil, there's glycerin, there's flavoring, obviously, citric acid. So it might be the palm oil that gives it that like rubbery consistency. I don't know how you get that. Like I use the four top ingredients, and I didn't get anything like that at all. So I don't know. I don't even know what's going on there. It's so smooth. Like a Twizzler is like perfectly smooth surface, and it's rubbery, and it's mellow and sweet. And boy.
Well, we got close, but I still want people to send letters, physical letters, to Bernard Matthews, to ask them where the Turkey 2000s went. Bring it back. We need to go back. The 2000s was the best time because I was small and I didn't have to do anything.
Soy lecithin. Why is there soy lecithin in Twizzlers? That doesn't make any sense. What do they need to emulsify? What? Explain this to me. Explain this shit to me.
I'm not a Twizzle master.
I don't have soy lecithin. You think soy lecithin just grows on trees? You think I have soy lecithin lying around in this economy? No, I have sunflower lecithin.
I have soy
like a normal person. God. Soy. Maybe we should get mad. Maybe Bernard Matthews should introduce some soy Twizzlers. What do you think about that?
I think it'll be hard for soy on its own to maintain that shape.
I can use the bathroom. Let's break for a minute.
Okay.
Oof, it's time to crack into a diet birch beer. One of
birch beer?
Yeah.
Like the wood?
Yeah. It's kind of minty. It's kind of licoricey. It's delicious. It's my favorite.
It's Delinchy.
It's
Leonardo Delici.
Is it too early to jump into One Piece discussion?
I mean, I don't have anything else to talk about by my book. I don't have anything else to talk about. That's basically what I've been doing.
Yeah.
I made my book real, and I've been happy. and now next week, I think it's chapter 5. I'm gonna start drawing. Oh, yeah. I think I should make also like a little video for like advertising the book, maybe.
Oh, yeah, you should announce it. Yeah, on
some
whatever,
sort of
on whatever platforms you got.
Yeah, I've sent it to all the Discords. So next thing is video.
You should definitely make a video announcement on Hippo, Crit, and Give and Take, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's a good idea.
But yeah, One Piece. Unless you have anything else.
Trying to freaking feel. Did I take any notes? Did I take any freaking notes on my week? Hang on. PCP weak notes. What do we got here?
Pretty weak notes.
Pretty weak notes. Oh god, I gotta do my freaking taxes. That's like soon. Fuck. Okay. That's not a thing I want to talk about. That's just a thing I have to be wary of in my life. PCP topics. No, those are notes from last week. Fuck it. Never mind. I'll think. Whatever. Let's talk about One Piece. Chapter 1079. No, where's Luffy?
Where's Luffy?
Where's Luffy? Not even once did Luffy appear, except in the opening, the whatever you call that one page at the beginning,
the title page.
Yeah. Those
are great. I never really think about it, but like having a little like the logo and then a little thing with a chapter name. I don't have chapter names really for my comics. Maybe I should. Maybe that'd be nice.
Yeah, I think they're nice. I think they're good. The Vapors has chapter names of all 3 chapters. Shit.
I think it's because I initially drew it and wrote it without the thought of chapters. So I guess whatever comic I start next, I'll try and do that. So
no, what was it? Luffy. Cover request by Sunflower Shop from Tokyo. Luffy watering a lion, mistaking it for a sunflower. Very, very cool.
Very nice.
Yeah. So okay. So we see. What's
York?
her name? York. I couldn't remember her name all week.
So York is got her plan. So she wants to become a Tenryubito. She conspired with, or against Vegapunk, and she was the one who gave the orders to all the Seraphim to kill everyone except her, and pretend to kill her to keep her covered.
Pretend to kill her. It's okay. So she said, "Don't kill the Stella." Why does she not want to kill the Stella? Is it because she'll die if Stella dies?
Yeah, I don't know about that, because I think that she would not have gone through the whole thing of yes, Marines, yes, Gorosei, I will help you kill Vegapunk, because then she'll die.
Yeah.
Why that? I think that isn't a thing. I think that there's just a give him to us alive stipulation that she's trying to abide by.
I mean, weren't CP0 there to kill him?
So
but the government wants to kill him.
Oh, maybe it's because the government isn't just after Stella, they're looking to eliminate her. So that's what she's talking about to these guys. Don't kill Stella. Maybe she wants to use him somehow? Maybe.
There must be some reason. It's either that I feel like it might be if they're one being, and if he dies, she dies, but it might not be that. There might be some other reason. I do like that the order she gives to, there's an area of the lab I don't want you to damage, and it's, I don't know what area of the lab. It might be the secret area where the Pawpaw data.
No, I think it would be. It's either a place we don't know about yet, or the place where she currently is with her gun, and she shot Shaka in the head.
Oh yeah, the place that she's storing all the agents. I mean, that would make sense. Yeah.
It's either that or another place. But what that means to me is that later, in order to defeat the Stella, the Seraphim, if they stand in that location, they won't be able to fight back because they don't want to damage anything. And they'll be like, "Oh, I realize that you don't want to damage anything. Now I can kill you. Now I can get you." That's what I think will happen.
That makes sense. They would then. I suppose they would just have to engage solely in hand-to-hand combat and not use their B-moo.
True.
That would just be what they have to do there, because it's the laser beams that they fire in a fraction of a second are the really scary part. They can get you from anywhere in no time at all.
Yeah. So the evacuation of Egghead is continuing. People are getting out. Centaurus just chilling with wounds, and then we see
Wait.
approaching.
First, I want to say, look at this. Look at Kuma's chin.
Yeah,
Since when is his chin like that?
forever.
It's like, I thought he had like a big, I don't know. I didn't think it was that pointy.
Well, maybe this particular one is pointy because it's a robot.
Oh, it's like they like enhanced his chin.
Yeah, they gave it some armor plating.
You know, anything is possible. Science, technology share is amazing. What do they think of next? I actually didn't catch. I actually skimmed over this panel, this next one, that it's Blackbeard coming to Egghead. I didn't even catch that. I didn't even notice that. That's so bad.
Yes. All right. I have a big
Is he gonna steal the
realization.
Nomi Nomi? Is he gonna steal the Nomi? What if he steals the Nomi Nomi Nomi? Lamau.
I think it's more interesting than just that.
Okay.
I have a big I've realized something seeing Blackbeard here, but let's continue the chapter and I'll tell you afterwards.
Maybe he wants to infuse himself with green blood. Maybe he wants to steal Lunarian DNA. Maybe he wants.
I'll tell you my theory.
Okay.
It'll involve the rest of this chapter.
Sure.
So then we switch over to Elbaf with the kid pirates and a bunch of funny looking weirdo crews and their captains who are like Shanks aligned. And this is cute. They're like kind of pathetic, and the reason they're in the Shanks, the red hair pirates Grand Fleet, is because Shanks is nice to them and protects them. Yeah, which I think is cute.
Sure,
it's different from everyone else.
I mean, they might be tough.
They might be.
They look stupid. They look stupid, but you know, so do you, and I don't make fun of you for it. So leave them alone. All right.
Buy my book for reparations, everybody.
I bought your book so I can call you stupid.
I bought your book so I can call you stupid.
I can attack you. So I can attack you. Yeah.
Yeah. It's shekels for heckles.
Right. We should do another one of those one of these days.
We should.
But anyway, we will eventually. Maybe to celebrate when the perfect comic party is done.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that would be a good thing to stream about when that's out. It's like, hey, everyone, you can go read the thing and let us know what you think. Give us feedback or whatever. But okay, I'm getting distracted.
Yeah. So, Kid Pirates with Captain Kidd, and he's like, "What the fuck? I'll kill him."
Yeah.
Shanks is telling them to retreat. He's gonna go deal with it himself. And he's got all these new. We haven't seen any of these pirate crews, I don't think.
Yeah.
All these new faces. They're all friends with Shanks. It's cool because Shanks has always felt very isolated when it comes to like Yonko.
Yeah.
He hasn't felt like the only person we've ever really seen him with is Mihawk.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Wait, we saw him with Mihawk?
Yeah, like way a long time ago, before War at Marineford, before the time skip. There was like a scene where Shanks is just having fun with Mihawk, and then he's talking about.
I refuse to believe that Mihawk would ever have fun under any circumstances.
Well, he's having a drink. He's doing the Zorro thing where he's having like quiet fun.
Was he drinking quiet? Yeah, quiet fun. Was he drinking a giant flat bowl plate of it?
He wasn't. I think he was drinking a normal size little hand sake thingy.
Well, fair enough.
But Shanks was talking about Luffy, and Mihawk was like, "Oh, I meant Luffy. He's with this cool sword guy, Zoro, little punk ass kid." And it's like, "Oh, how's he doing? How's my little boy Luffy doing? You saw him?" And that was just a little scene.
Yeah, good stuff. I vaguely remember, maybe. All right, but so yes, all these weirdos work for Shanks. Pretty cool. He's got
the fleet's notoriously weak.
He's got boys. Say. He's got boys.
I think it's cool though that like the fleet's notoriously weak, and Shanks is just so intimidating that people don't fuck with that weak fleet anyway.
Wait, where do they say that it? I mean, Kid calls them jokers and says like, "Oh, is this supposed to be?"
No, it's when Shanks is walking up the steps to the ship.
All right.
And it's like the real reason Shanks has to deal with them is because the fleet's notoriously weak. And it's like, haha, you're not supposed to say that out loud. Like everyone knows it.
Okay,
but, like,
so I read this really fast. I didn't catch that. That is really sweet, actually.
Yeah,
He
so
has
Shanks,
he has a weak fleet because he just takes weak pirates under his wing to protect them.
yeah, and it also makes him appear so much more powerful that he doesn't need a strong fleet, and that they're all fine and happy because of how, like, his reputation as being strong keeps enemies at bay, which is really cool.
And because his fleet is just really big.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's bigger than any other fleet.
Oh, okay.
Because, like, Big Mom has her whole family and stuff, and Kaido and stuff, but Whitebeard had a huge fleet of, like, bunches of different captains.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is bigger or, like, typical. He's got a lot of friends. He makes a lot of friends, that Shanks.
Hey, there's a cute girl here. We gotta stop everything. Stop the fucking presses. There's
the one that looks kind of like Perona?
Yes, the bargain bin Perona. You know what? If I can't get the real one, I'll take this one, I guess. I like this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oda continuing to innovate in the field of women. She's got Trafalgar's Law's hat. Okay, all right. I'm getting distracted.
Yeah, so there's Yasop.
Yes.
Yasop is here.
I can't believe it. I can't believe we're actually seeing Yasop in the flesh.
Yeah, have we not seen him in, like, panels with the crew?
I don't know if we might have seen him, like, one other time since, like, did we see him, like, in the very beginning, like in Romance Dawn?
Oh, of course.
But
we see him multiple times after that. This isn't the first time we've seen him since the beginning.
I know we have seen him before, but, like, it's very rare. It's a very rare Yasop appearance.
He shows up. He's, like, third or fourth on the list of Shanks crew members to draw. Like the big boy and
I mean it's
Beckman.
Lucky Roo, Beckman, and maybe Yasop is third after them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Blackbeard is on the move. We know that because we saw him traveling to Egghead. And you know, Shanks is doing his Wikipedia he's looking at the wiki to see what this kid character is all about. And Kid isn't pulling any punches. He gets his big weapon out. I think we saw that in Whole Cake when he used it against Big Mom. I forget exactly. But it's a big gun. I'm pretty sure he used a big gun before.
Yeah, probably.
And Shanks, in his super hacky, he can see so far into the future that he's able to respond to this before it can happen.
Yeah.
Which is interesting.
What is the name? It's Armament Hockey is the one that, like, you use for attack and defense. Conqueror's Hockey is the one that you use to, like, pass out minions.
Intimidate.
And then what's this one called?
Observation Hacky.
Observation Hockey, and it's the same as they have a different name for it in Skypiea. They called it was it like?
Yeah, I can't remember. What was
it was like, it wasn't Key.
No, it was some, like, multiple syllable word. I can't remember. Reiatsu is the bleach thing.
Observation Hockey.
Chandra. Is it Chandra?
No, that doesn't sound right. Mantra,
similar.
Mantra, yeah.
Shandia or something is, like, one of the names of the island or the kingdom, the old kingdom in Skypiea.
You're probably right. Okay, so
where was I? Oh yeah,
he was making the gun. So
he's making the gun.
Sees the
and
future.
Shanks sees the potential future. It's odd because, like, I don't know if this has been shown before. We know that in the battle between Katakuri and Luffy learns some more observation haki to see things a little earlier than they're going to happen, so he can react.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether he can react so fast that he can stop it from happening. I think Shanks is just like a level beyond that.
Well, I mean, what's the point of being able to see a little bit into the future if you can't. I mean, isn't like the point that like, oh,
well, you can react,
he would
but,
attack me, but you block it this time.
I think it's just the fact that he can see further into the future than Luffy can.
Sure. Yeah.
Because he sees all of these ships being destroyed, but in the end, nothing gets destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not even like the weapon went off, so it's like really ahead. Which makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Observation haki being more powerful means you can see into the future a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. He must be seeing at least like several seconds into the future.
Yeah, although he is jumping. He is pretty quick, and he's like scrambling because he's worried that he won't get there in time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just about to happen. So it might not actually be that far in the future. But anyway, he jumps right into Kid's face, and he slices him with a divine departure.
He slices right through the gun. He just cuts the gun right in half. And
Kid gets whacked.
Does he? I don't think he doesn't slice Kid in half. He just like cuts him.
Yeah, hurts him. I'm gonna Google this quickly because I think somebody said divine departure was like an attack that Gold Roger used. And I just want to check that.
Oh my god, his Conqueror's Haki even knocked out Killer. I thought it was saying that like Killer got sliced by the sword slash. And I think it's saying the Killer got knocked out by the Conqueror's Haki. It's like, wow.
Okay, I googled divine departure. One Piece Goldie Rogers swordsmanship. Divine Departure. Goldie Roger launches Divine Departure. Roger's move name in Japanese is Kamasuri. Okay. Odin was hit by this attack. Yeah,
Odin?
So it's one Odin from the
from Wano.
From Wano backstory flashback.
Yeah.
Okay, so he learned that from Roger, and Roger was a swordsman, so yeah, makes sense. Pretty cool.
Interesting.
Cool.
Must be a pretty good technique, I guess.
That technique?
That technique. We didn't mention that the OVA's out.
Yeah, whatever.
Listen to the commentary.
Buy my book and don't do that.
Become a patron. Become a patron. Listen to our. We recorded it's not just we didn't commentate it real time. We paused it and we discussed the OVA. I think the video
and the PCP and
I think it's like a 45-minute video, or we just like talk about what the fuck is going on here, and it was fun. Yeah, that's on the Patreon. Okay, so I scrolled ahead a little bit.
So Shanks defeated Kid in one attack. Yeah. Killer also
easily,
and then his crew is like scaled, and they give him the road poneglyph rubbings that they got at the end of Wano. So they had two, I think.
He's freaking got him. So I mean, does he have all the poneglyphs that he needs now? Is he
all
good?
Right, here. This is part of my realization. So I think he has just these two. He might have one of the other two. He doesn't have all four, because if he has all four, he wins, and he's found Rough Tail. Yeah. A Laugh Tail.
Yeah.
Although Shanks probably would know where it is, so maybe it moves, and that's why you need the road poneglyphs.
I mean, does anyone know where it is?
Well, yeah, the people who were on Gold Roger's crew traveled there. So, like, Silver's Rayleigh would know, Buggy and Shanks would know.
Did the whole crew go there before? I don't...
I'm pretty sure. Like
no, you might be right, actually.
Odin was there, and, like, everyone found it, and Roger laughed.
So, I mean, they know what the One Piece is, right?
You know, it's confusing. I don't really think we're supposed to have any understanding on whether or not we know that they know exactly Like, maybe the One Piece... There's just too many things it could be that we don't, Like, why would they want to be the Pirate King? Why only now is Shanks trying to be the Pirate King?
Yeah. No,
like,
I think...
What's all this stuff about? I'm really kind of lost.
I don't really see any reason why Shanks. I don't think any of these people like really need like the title of Pirate King. Like that's not important to them. I don't think Shanks would care about that. He's gonna go. He's gonna do some shit. I don't know. He must be going to Raftel because there's something he can do there that he needs to go there. Yeah. Whatever the One Piece is will enable him to do it.
There's so many things that I don't feel like I can even speculate on what One Piece is yet. Yeah. All I know is that it made Gold Roger laugh, and that's funny.
It did. I love One Piece.
So Shanks leaves, and then Dory and Buggy do their special technique that we saw so long ago.
That technique. What's the brother sister? What do you call them? What do you call your brother or sister in Japanese?
Sis?
No.
Oh, Nissan.
Nissan. That technique. Hi. Yeah. Okay. Right. They use the Hakoku sovereignty.
Yes. If you remember, when they met the Dory and Buggy, the Straw Hats met them on the island with the big skeleton of a dinosaur. And that's when Nami got like the sickness that they needed to go to Drum Island to get a doctor after that. Yeah. They used that to blow a hole through a giant goldfish that was going to eat the ship.
They used this ability? Okay.
That was like the final farewell, and their weapons broke after that. Because they'd been fighting for like 100 years or something, or 50 years is probably.
Thank you for the reminder. Did not remember all that.
Yeah, it's such a cool, like, this is, like, back then it's like, whoa, giants are so cool, but now it's like, wow, giants are in the main story.
So cool.
They're still so cool, and here they are.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Kid, I mean, I don't think Kid is dead, but his fleet, I mean, I guess he just had his one ship, and now his ship is just gone.
Yeah, his ship.
His crew and his like pirate ambitions are for the moment like toast.
Yeah, decisively
he can't sail anymore.
Defeated by Shanks very easily.
Yeah.
Lamau.
Lamau, indeed.
Now, this learning about Shanks doing this, getting the road Poneglyph rubbings, and remembering that Blackbeard was recently fighting Trafalgar Law. This is my realization. Giving, at the end of Wano, they shared road poneglyphs, like the Straw Hats, the Kid Pirates, and the Heart Pirates. They shared their road poneglyphs.
So they all have each other's rubbings.
They don't have all of each other's. They shared
the ones
Big
that they
Mom's.
Had. Yeah.
And they shared the one from Wano, I think.
Wait, that was before Big Mom. No, in Wano it was after. No, you're right.
Yeah. So there was one at the very bottom of Wano. If you remember, Nico, Robin, and Trafalgar Law found that, and they were being escorted there by the old Shogun. Before that, Brook stole. This is such a cool move by Brook. He got a rubbing of the one in Whole Cake when he was captured.
Oh, when like he was captured, when like Big Mom was like sleeping with him in her bed.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're so cool, you're a little skeleton. He hid the rubbings in his skull. That was the joke. Like he did the rubbings of the poneglyphs, and then he hid them inside his skull.
Okay.
And so after everything was said and done, it was like, shame we couldn't get the poneglyph. And then he was like, look at this, I got them. He opens his head.
Where was the poneglyph?
If you remember, there was a big in Whole Cake Island, Totoland, the kingdom. I can't remember the names of the main places, but there's a big room with 3 poneglyphs. One of them is a road poneglyph, and they were all in big cages. And only Brook was able to get in there and take the poneglyph before he got captured, and then she put him in her bed.
Okay, I mean, it rings a bell. I don't remember the Poneglyph being in big cages, but I do remember that he had it in his skull. So
Yeah, they were in like a lock and key sort of vault area.
yeah. Okay, so they have the Wano one. They have Big
And
Mom's,
the whole cake one.
The whole is that all they got?
Yeah.
And are those the same ones that Kid has?
Those are the ones that Kid has, and those are the ones that Law has.
Mm-hmm.
And the Straw Hats have those, plus the one that was hidden inside the elephant in Zoe. So they have
what?
3.
I don't remember that at all. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at reading.
It's okay. I once I read this chapter, I realized this and I had to figure it out.
Wasn't there one in Skypiea?
No, the one in Skypiea
Was not a road poneglyph?
It wasn't a road poneglyph. There was information, but Nico Robin was like, it's not what I was looking for. Not Void Century.
Yeah. Okay.
She's looking for the Rio poneglyph, which is like the information, the big one, the key missing link. That's her big goal.
Wait. So if you have is that one like more important than the road poneglyphs?
The road poneglyphs, there's 4 of those.
The 4 road poneglyphs point to Raftel. And what is the Yeah, Raftel. That's what I said. What is the Rio poneglyph point to?
The Rio poneglyph contains the information about the Void Century.
Okay.
So like it's in some ways the main one that will explain everything, connect all the dots, and the rest of them are either like unimportant or tangentially important, or like some of them she finds lead her to the locations of like the ancient weapons like Pluton and Poseidon.
Yeah.
I think Pluton was the one in Alabasta.
I don't remember.
One of those. I think that was
what
one
was the
of them.
one? I mean, Frankie had the plans for Poseidon.
Something
in like Water 7. And I don't know. Yeah.
The blueprints.
Okay. I remember. Yeah, there was one in Alabasta that I remember that. Right. Okay. So
that's the Rio poneglyph. So it's not got anything to do with Left Tail.
Okay. Okay. So there was a third road poneglyph in Zhao, but and that was after Whole Cake. So
no, that was before.
So why don't Kid and Law have it if they all shared their?
They didn't. I don't think the Straw Hats shared that one. Unless they did, I don't think they would. Though I feel like that would be too much because like they fought together as a team.
Hang on.
From like Whole Cake.
I'm
well, not even with Kid, just Law.
I might be being too like nitpicky here, but like I mean, I look at this image and it looks like there are 4 documents.
It does. It really does. But like if they have 4, then they already have all of them, so it's like there's no way there's 4 there. That's why I thought they'd like doubled up and there's 2 of them.
It looks like 4, but they could just be folded in a way that makes it look like that, or maybe because the it's a cube, so there's multiple sides. Yeah, there would be multiple
sheets.
There would be multiple sheets for a single glyph. Yeah, that makes sense as well.
I guess I don't know how many Kid has. I assumed
he would have at least the 2, right?
They would have at least the 101. I don't even know whether they would be sharing the Whole Cake one as well. But regardless,
they say. I mean, this translation here says take our load poneglyphs, implying that there's more than one.
Yeah, so they probably have 2, meaning there's 2 more. And I looked at the 2 more. The other one is in Zoe, and as far as we know, that has been safely hidden by the minks. Even Kaido couldn't get in. You know, they didn't give them up. Because remember, Raizo, the samurai ninja, was hiding in the elephant as well.
Right.
And they didn't give him up because they're friends and, like, honorable doggies.
Yes.
So that's 3. The 4th one used to be under the sea at Fishman Island, and it has been moved by the time the Straw Hats get there. It is no longer there. It is presumed lost. Nobody knows where it is. At least the wiki doesn't have any information. So there's 3 that the Straw Hats have. They are looking for 1 more road poneglyph.
And we just don't know where it is.
We don't know where it is.
Damn.
Now, first off, the fact that Blackbeard is a traveling here means that he's probably, I think, after Luffy's rubbings of the Poneglyphs. Because if he's here, that probably means he beat Law and took his Poneglyph rubbings the same way that Shanks just beat Kid. I think that's a fair assumption to make. Law might not be in as bad of shape, but I think he probably was defeated. And that's why Blackbeard is just traveling. He's just going.
That makes a lot of sense. So Blackbeard would have, I mean, at least the Wano glyph, maybe the whole cake one, probably not the Zhao one. So he might have 1 to 3 glyphs already.
Yes.
But there's probably some he could still get from Luffy. Yeah, I mean...
So, and he's probably
out.
learned the information by fighting Law that they shared the Poneglyph rubbings and stuff. So it's like, Luffy went this way, Kid went that way, Law went this way, and I fought Law. Not only this, there's so many things going on. Blackbeard is also, he has pudding right now in this ship, in the brig. Right. And Kobe was captured by Blackbeard. And Garp traveled out to find Kobe. If you remember, I mentioned that a little while ago. The many multiple moving pieces. Garp might be on his way to Egghead as well.
After Blackbeard, because he's got
After
Cody.
Blackbeard. If Blackbeard has Kobe. I think he probably does. I'm not sure. I don't remember seeing him with pudding or anything. But the idea that Garp will be traveling to Egghead following Blackbeard is funny because he was supposed to be going to Egghead anyway with the other Marines and the Admirals. Oh,
as part, like, along with Kizaru and I almost called him Jonathan Joestar. Saturn Regalia or whatever his name is.
Yes.
Saturn,
I forget his name completely.
Saturn Garcia? Jerry Saturn?
Jerry Seinfeld.
Yeah, okay. The Gorosei.
Gorosei guy.
Right.
So...
Yeah, okay, I remember that he was like, nah, heck those guys. But now he's probably headed the same way. Yep, I think that checks out.
So Blackbeard is on his way. Kobe is probably with him, and if he is with him, Garp is on his way. Yeah. Garp probably has Helmeppo with him, and that other lady that I forget what her name is.
Oh, you mean
the other Marine?
Tashigi?
Was like, not Tashigi. She's
with Smoker. Yeah.
And Smoker, I don't know. He might be with like the fleet, which will be fun. So the fleet is coming, and they're coming after Blackbeard, possibly also after Garp. And there's all of these pacifista on the island ready to defend, but like Blackbeard's he's pretty strong.
Yeah, he's quite strong.
I can't even really think about what is going to happen when he arrives, but it's going to be big. I mean, obviously they said it was going to be big last chapter. It's going to like,
the incident.
Wait, this is going to be the big incident.
Yeah, this is one day from the Egghead incident. Okay. Blackbeard was part of the crew along with Buggy and Shanks with the Gold Rogers crew, right?
No, he was part of Whitebeard's crew.
Oh.
He betrayed Whitebeard, which is why Ace went over to get him back. Because Blackbeard found the Whitebeard crew found the darkness fruit, the Yomi Yomi, I think.
Yeah.
And Blackbeard killed the guy.
Oh yeah.
And stole it and ate it and ran. And that's why it's like, that's a big crime. You can't do that.
I would say so.
Ace went to fight him, and that led to Ace being sent to the Marines. That caused a whole bunch of stuff. I think Blackbeard literally did that just so that he could invade Impel Down and recruit all of the biggest guys.
Yeah.
Which worked out well for him.
It sure did. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so he was not on the Gold Roger crew.
Did he... Okay, we don't know anything about him before he was a part of Whitebeard's crew, though?
No.
Okay.
Aside from SBS snippets, and I haven't read all of those, so I don't really know.
Yeah, okay.
He once was a boy.
I assume he was once a boy. When he was a boy, he wanted to play down by the sea. You know that song?
Yes.
Okay. Just
it's Munchie's favorite.
it's a good song.
Captain Albert Alexander.
Yeah. We don't want to get copyright struck. We don't want the steam-powered giraffe notoriously litigious copyright claim in our videos. Where were we?
Okay, so
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard.
The
so
rubbings.
Blackbeard's doing this. So Law's possibly defeated. I assume he might not be defeated. He might have just been like, you know, he might be on his way.
Yeah.
He might be following Blackbeard. Like, we got to get those. He got knocked around and the Poneglyph stuff got stolen.
If they shared the Poneglyphs, then if Blackbeard beat Law and got his glyphs, I feel like he wouldn't think he needed Luffy's glyphs.
Well, this is why I don't think the Straw Hats shared the Zoe one.
Okay. Well, but I mean, would Law know that they had more glyphs that they didn't share?
Yeah, but like they agreed to share the ones they got as a team.
Okay.
Like fighting the emperors and stuff.
I see. Well, fair enough.
So
yeah, okay.
yeah.
It's plausible.
I'll need to reread because like it would be pretty. It would be a lot if they all three of them had 3 of the road poneglyphs.
Yeah.
And now Blackbeard and Shanks have 3 out of 4. And so, I mean, it might be that way. So then it would be like Blackbeard has 3 out of 4.
Just all there
Shanks
is
has 3 out of 4.
Finding the last one would be the only thing left.
Shanks has 3 out of 4. Luffy has 3 out of 4. And Luffy is currently not completely destroyed. So maybe Shanks and Blackbeard are going to go after Luffy. But the reason I'm thinking that Luffy has a different one is because that makes him a target.
Yeah.
Which is
yeah.
why Blackbeard would appear, because why the hell would Blackbeard come to Egghead? Just to fuck him up?
It would, yeah, no, he would make sense if he's got that extra rubbing and nobody else has it. It's like, well, we got to get it from that guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And also, I'm thinking, this is my theory, I think that the 4th one was stolen or like removed from Fishman Island by Shanks, the red-haired pirates, and put on Elbaf and under the lock and key of the giants, which is why there'll be an arc in Elbaf, and Usopp with his giant like he's in with the giants. He's in with Dorian Broggy and Oimo and Kashi, and they love him. And so God Usopp will get them the 4th road poneglyph that they need to get to Laugh Tale, and that'll be like the coolest thing ever.
Why do you say that Shanks moved the road poneglyph to Elbaf?
I may not have been Shanks, but okay. I just think because he's friendly with the giants, and you know, Big Mom had one, Kaido had one. Maybe Shanks wanted to keep it from them.
Oh, yeah. When you say, okay. The fact that he's an emperor and the other 2 emperors had one, actually, because
it was moved relatively recently. So you think it wasn't moved within like the last 100 years? It was moved like it was there until recently. I remember the in Fishman Island, King Neptune mentions that. Oh yeah, it used to be here. I don't know where it went.
I don't really remember, but the one in Wano has like been there for a long time, right?
Oh yeah, because the poneglyphs come from Wano.
And the one, oh, that's right. But what about the one in Whole Cake? I mean, was that moved there by Big Mom, or was that?
Well, yeah. Well, okay. I assume. I mean, I don't know. I think just because there's 3 different poneglyphs in the same room that they moved them there. They're very heavy and difficult and impossible to destroy and damage. But they're probably like light enough that you could move them.
Did she just take it? I mean, do you think she like took it from Wano because she's an emperor and just wanted it?
I don't know that she got it from Wano. I mean, a lot of there's poneglyphs all over the world, so that it used to be that the country wasn't closed. That Wano was a nation that traded with the world, and
well, not necessarily from Wano.
Poneglyphs.
But I
Well,
mean, you
yeah.
think she just took it wherever it was? She was just like, well, I'm the emperor, so I'm taking it. It's a
Yeah.
treasure.
It's a treasure and it's mine, and as long as I have it under my watch, the other guys can't have it. Like, it seems like an obvious thing.
Yeah, that makes
Kaido
makes
didn't know
sense.
that the thing was in Wano, I don't think. But he
Oh.
probably goes to Wano to stay there because it's strategic,
Mm.
and there's probably a lot of secrets there anyway.
Right, only the old shogun knew about it, and Kaido
Yeah.
didn't know about it. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so do you think that Shanks? Yeah, when you put it like that, it could have been Shanks, and he is an emperor, so like his status befits him having one. So I mean, that would mean that he must have the rubbing. So like, he then would only need the Zo.
Yeah,
Glyph.
which means Shanks is also going to have to come after Luffy, which is like narratively,
Yeah.
like dramatically the coolest way that things could be going. Not just that Luffy has to fight to win, but also to be hunted by everyone.
Yeah.
At least everyone who is the most powerful people ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
hmm.
I think what's going to happen is the big bullshit's going to happen at Egghead, but Elbaf will be where they get the final road poneglyph.
I mean,
I don't know what will happen in between, but I
It's-
feel like that's there. I mean, it just seems like a cool big place for it to be.
it feels
with
like
such big like defenses.
it feels like everything is pointing to Elbaf right now. Like all like the O'Hara records are there, and I mean, Dory and Brogy
Oh,
are
that's
there,
right.
and Shanks has apparently been there for a while, and he's been doing something there. And yeah, bringing the road poneglyph seems like a reasonable thing he might have been. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, and would be as like a place we've been hearing about for like so long. It kind of works as like this is kind of where it all shakes out. Yeah, I think that's where they're going, right? Is that the plan, or do they don't even know where they're going when they leave Egghead? I mean, narratively, they must go to Elbaf. Surely they must, at this point in the story, go to Elbaf. But, like, they don't know that yet.
Yeah.
They don't have a plan. Okay.
I think the way that Oda likes to write his stories is to have like, yeah, they're gonna do something, but like the way they get there is like, they're not just gonna finish whatever they're doing here and then leave.
Yeah.
And then just arrive at Elbaf. I think it's going to be a different sort of arrival. I mean, are they going to fight Shanks in the middle of the ocean on the way there? Is Shanks going to be coming for them? Is Shanks going to appear in this Egghead battle? Because he's just, he got Kid. And
Surely
he
it would
was just
take-
leaving the island anyway. He was just
Surely-
saying,
Surely he's not close enough to get there by the time the Egghead incident happens.
well,
tomorrow.
here's the thing.
Okay.
Maybe not. But here's the thing. They traveled from Wano, the three of them, all three in different directions. Kid went to Elbaf. Luffy went to Egghead. Law went to, I think, Pirate Island, where Blackbeard was, or was otherwise... I think it must be Pirate Island, because if Blackbeard was there, and he's just left Pirate Island, then those are the three locations, so they're close enough to each other.
Should I know what Pirate Island is?
It's where Blackbeard had his giant skull base of operations.
Like Wily.
Yeah, it looks like a big skull. It's cool.
It's just Blackbeard's hideout.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his base. And yeah, if the three of them left Wano at the same time and arrived at these three different places, Shanks was on Elbaf, Blackbeard is in Egghead now and was on Pirate Island. That must mean that Shanks is also close to Egghead on the other direction. Or like close enough. He's not around the other side of the world. This is like, it could happen. And we still don't know what the hell Kuma's doing climbing the red line. What's he doing over there?
Haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, I'm still waiting to find out what's in that damn memory paw.
It's just a lot of creepypastas.
It's just it's actually the entire internet they're using it to train ChatGPT to tell us about turkey twizzlers. Somewhere in there is the secret of the Millennium Turkey.
The turkey. That's the One Piece.
Oh my god.
Turkey 2000. That's why Roger laughed. It was so fucking stupid.
Why would they make it? Why would they make this? It would only be relevant for 1 year. That's what he said.
They almost went bankrupt because of it.
He laughed. Ha ha ha! Slavery. Modern day. Human trafficking.
Fishman trafficking.
Well, that's fine. I mean, that was like, what, 30 years ago? Fishmen didn't have rights then. It's probably normal.
No.
I mean, that's true, right? Didn't Fishman liberation only happened, like, recently?
Yeah. But, like, cool people weren't racist against them.
Oh, yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, probably, actually, you're right.
It was just sort of like...
But it was probably, yeah, I mean, probably Roger would not laugh at it, but it probably was widely practiced.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All the characters you like weren't into it, but all of the dumb citizens who didn't know any better, they were like, yeah, I guess fish people from the Black Lagoon, they're scary, you know?
Yeah.
Put them in the water, put them back.
Yeah, this really does help the economy. Just keep this really strong guy around, like, working for us. Damn. This is great. I love racism.
Yeah, so I'm super hype. About what is going to happen next. Everyone's here. There's so many people already involved in this, like, scuffle. There's more people coming.
Yeah.
And now Blackbeard's here, and Garp potentially, and potentially Shanks, and potentially Law if he wasn't completely fucking destroyed like Kid was.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you think Kid is, like, basically, like, done? Or do you think he's gonna do more stuff?
I think he's done in the same way that Gecko Moria was done.
Yeah.
Like, his Thriller Bark was destroyed, and, like, Hogback and... What was the... Pesom... What was his name? The Invisible Man?
Picard?
Nah, that doesn't sound right.
The leopard.
Leopard Man,
Is he a mink?
He may have been part mink, I guess. But, like, maybe started as a human. Either way, like, Hogback left Thriller Bark with, like, Gecko Moria on a little raft.
Yeah.
So he basically started from square one. Perona just fucked off and left.
Mm-hmm.
And we never saw Hogback again, I guess. I don't know. I think Gecko Moria was murdered by Don Flamingo at the War of Marineford.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he was just... This is like during the all of the stuff happening. Moria was there, and then Doflamingo just like did a little creepy smile and did like a thing. Haha, I gotcha.
Wow.
But I don't know if he's dead. I think he's like really hurt. There's something going on with Moria because there was a thing much later, wasn't there, with like Blackbeard's crew.
You gotta be more specific.
Like the invisible man went to Blackbeard and said, "Please give me my captain back." So I guess Moria's like a prisoner. I guess Blackbeard has a lot of prison people.
Yeah. I mean, didn't he had Bonnie, right? Wasn't Bonnie his prisoner?
Bonnie was his prisoner early in as the time skip was about to happen, Bonnie was in the New World. All of the people were in the New World except for the Straw Hats who were in different places training.
Yeah.
And Bonnie was like beaten by Blackbeard.
Yeah.
But she bounced back, I guess. She doesn't really have a crew anymore or anything.
I mean, she was one of the oh fuck, what are they called? The
worst generation?
Is that what you call like all those like young like up and comers that were at the Shao Body that one time?
Yeah, I think that they were called the worst generation, as in like these youngsters. They're so crazy. They suck.
Is it that they suck or that they're like wild and vicious?
They're wild and they don't care about like they like.
I thought it meant they're
parties.
like they're real. I thought it meant like they're real, like they're they
they're
fuck,
unhinged.
they fuck shit up. Yeah.
They fuck shit up, and they're like toppling the era that came before, which was getting old. Like Whitebeard is getting old, Big Mom's getting old. Everyone's sort of like normal, and status quo is sort of reigning supreme. And the worst generation are coming in, which does include Blackbeard apparently. Yeah. And they're fucking everything up and changing things.
It includes
it
includes Gang Beige, who looks like older than Kaido.
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't know if he actually
older.
is, but like he looks older. Yeah,
he's in his 40s or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But the worst generation. Didn't they have a name like the? I want to say they were called like the Millennial Stars or something, or
no,
like,
you're thinking of Turkey 2000s.
I am thinking of Turkey 2000s, but are they the? Am I thinking of the
Millennial
the Gorosei? I thought there was a name for like those.
There is another name.
Those
I can't remember.
specific like 8 pirates: Luffy, Gang, Diaz, Drake, Killer, Hawkins, fucking Scratchman, Apu, and like Bonnie,
Uruj. The Skypian.
Yeah. That guy's cool. All these guys.
Where
all those freaking guys go? It's like, I guess we've seen a bunch.
Too many guys.
Diaz was on Beast Island. I mean Kaido Island.
He was part of
whatever.
He was part of the troop though.
I guess we've seen most of them. I haven't seen Urug in a while.
Yeah, apparently he was like defeated by someone on Big Mom's crew. We didn't hear about anything after that. I thought he was going to show up during Whole Cake.
Yeah, I would imagine that this means for Kid that like he'll still be around and he'll probably still like follow Luffy, but he's not like his ambitions as like one of the contender for Pirate King are pretty much done. Like Bonnie. Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
I wonder if I don't think he's gonna suck it up and like be part of someone else's Grand Fleet though. That's sort of doesn't seem like he would accept that.
It doesn't seem like it, but I don't know. I mean, what else can he do at this point?
I mean, I think he will just refuse. He was completely defeated by Kaido, and he was imprisoned.
Yeah.
Until he got out, and
Yeah.
They got back together. They got the gang back together, and they tried again. Then Shanks killed him.
He's been killed by he's been owned by every Yonko that he's met. Well, no, maybe not Big Mom.
I don't think he's met Big Mom.
Right. Wait. He made the big gun. Yeah. He shot Big Mom. So he's 1 for 2. He's 1 for 3, which is like, eh.
I mean, he's met Luffy. Luffy's technically 1. They call him 1.
He hasn't fought Luffy since he was called 1, though. But I mean, I guess you're right.
Yeah, they were allies. Yeah, so he hasn't had a battle.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
lots to take from this chapter. I liked it.
Kid isn't rough. I mean, he would need a new ship for him to get back on his feet. He would need a new ship.
Yes.
Where's he gonna get that? Wait, why doesn't he just make himself a ship out of freaking magnet metal? Duh.
I guess why not?
Yeah.
Maybe it's no. It would be buoyant. It would work.
He could do it.
Maybe it'll just take a lot of his concentration to do that.
Yeah. And if he loses his concentration, it just falls apart. Just owned. Well, then now there's a guy. Now there's a guy who can get around if he needs to, ship or no ship. All he needs is some scrap. Exciting chapter. Good stuff. Yeah. The Egghead incident. God, yeah, you're right. Blackbeard, Garp. Those guys, I think you're right. Those guys are definitely coming. We didn't
so, like if Blackbeard's
we didn't there was no indication before this that Blackbeard was on his way, right? He was like doing something else. Now to see him here is like
I think it's
okay.
It's because we saw Blackbeard recently and now we see Shanks. I'm thinking Law's fate is the same just by this one panel. Is this the implication? And that's cool. I think that's pretty cool.
I mean, I feel like the
and
fact...
Pudding and Shanks are gonna meet if this gets like extended. If this is like a big thing.
Oda loves Law. I don't think that he's gonna have Law just get defeated off screen.
No, he wouldn't be defeated off screen. I don't even think Kid is gonna be defeated off screen. But like,
Kid was just
forever
defeated.
going
Kid
to be
was
off
just
screen.
defeated on screen. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's what I mean is like he's not gonna be out of the story completely. Because he's
I mean, no.
He's a fighter, you know. Unlike Hawkins,
we'll definitely continue to see Kid, and we'll definitely, Hawkins is a little weasel. We'll definitely continue to see Kid, and we'll definitely see Law again. But I don't think he's gonna show up and be like, I lost my crew, I lost my ship. I'm just your assistant now. He's not gonna lose in a major way off screen just because Oda just likes him too much.
You know what would be funny?
What's that?
And I don't expect it, but what if he ends up on Buggy's crew?
Along with Mihawk and
Mihawk
wait,
Crocodile.
No, that would be like the perfect fate for like Kid and Law and like just anyone
of these super strong people, and then Buggy is like, oh my god, they could kill me in 1 second.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I said, what's the alternative? Yeah, Kid joining Buggy's crew is like, I could actually see that happening.
It might be like
with people like Mihawk.
People like Mihawk, and you know what?
And Crocodile, yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, Buggy might be like a formidable penultimate boss for the Straw Hats.
Oh, definitely.
Like especially since Mihawk is there for Zoro. That's his ultimate fight.
I could maybe
and the thing that's going to be so cool is that like Buggy has a rapport with Luffy. They could talk in some somewhat equal standing. In the fact that they have history, and then all of like Buggy's crew will be like, oh, this guy can talk on equal standing with Luffy, the like the conqueror.
Yeah,
like this super powerful Yonko.
I mean, Buggy's got credentials. He's been to Raftel. This guy is like a freaking.
I know it's funny that he's so pathetic.
Yeah, this is an accomplished this is an accomplished seaman we're talking about here.
It's always going to be so funny, like the fact that he has that clout, and he was at the beginning of
stupid clown
at the beginning of the manga, just fucking around, blowing up buildings in small villages.
Yeah, doing real petty pirate shit. Yeah. So
Coward Maxing.
I could Coward Maxing. I could almost foresee like a situation where Buggy is like the true actual like final threat. Like the Buggy crew is like actually ends becoming, I don't know, like even
like
more...
a bunch of people who are like, oh, we gotta kill Straw Hat, and then it's like it's Kid, it's Law, it's Mihawk, it's Crocodile. Mihawk was defeated by the Straw Hats, but like they all have a reason to like fight them.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be like, yeah, I'll do that. Buggy, I agree with this war. Let's go to war with the Straw Hat Pirates.
Yeah. And Blackbeard joins the Buggy crew.
Blackbeard's too big for that, I think.
Yeah, Blackbeard's too big. He's too big for that. But
Blackbeard is like the expected final boss.
Yeah. In
terms of like an enemy pirate. Shanks is probably going to be stronger to fight, but I've said this
Blackbeard?
before than Blackbeard, but I think I've said this before. I don't know if I've said it on the PCP. I've said it on the podcast. I think maybe not the ultimate fight, but the ultimate competition. Not the ultimate anything, but like one of the major things that will happen between the Straw Hats and the Red Hair Pirates is not going to be a combat. It is going to be a Davey Back Fight. It is going to be a Davey Back Fight, just like with Foxy.
Yeah.
Because that is a traditional pirate competition.
It would be cool to see the Davey Back Fight come back. That'd be interesting. What did that entail? It was the thing where you have to like wager your crewmates against each other.
You wager your crewmates against each other. You can wager your flag, and I don't know. I feel like the gentlemanly pirate
that's great.
code
I
sort of
hope
duel.
that's true. I hope that happens. Oh my god,
That would
they
be
should
such
trade.
a better
They should
thing
trade
than just like seeing who could kill each
trade
other.
Jinbei for Yasop so Usopp can be with his dad again. Finally,
Like, what would happen? What would happen if Shanks won like the first 3 and he takes like I don't know. I mean that happened with Foxy.
yeah.
It shouldn't be exactly the same as Foxy, but I just like the idea of that being like a
No.
thing rather than seeing who can beat the shit out of
I'm
the
sorry,
other.
but they should trade. They gotta trade Jinbei. Trade Jinbei for Beckman. Be like, hey Beckman, what's your deal? You always got that like gun over your shoulder. Like, tell us about that.
Yeah.
Buy Jinbei. Yeah.
Well, that's not the thing that they can. I think if you lose the game, the other person can take something. It's not like you'd make a trade.
No, yeah, you're right.
Unless
I mean, you
unless-
could potentially wind up in a draw that just ends up.
You can wager stuff.
Yeah.
You can say, okay, I
mean,
it's like
it's like
this
best-
crewmate if I can take these 2 other.
Isn't it like
things.
best out of 3? And that's why like they
Best out of
they lost a
3.
bunch and then they gained some back and stuff.
Yeah, and then Foxy agreed to like a big final thing, and then Luffy won, and he took Foxy's flag, and he gave him a shit flag.
Right.
What if Shanks steals the Straw Hat's flag? That's probably what Shanks would do. It's like, I'm taking your flag.
How
You can no longer use this.
could you? How freaking could you? It's
And Luffy would cry harder than if he was dead.
Hey, I'm an idiot. Was that Gold Roger's hat? Did Shanks get it from Gold Roger?
Shanks got it from Gold
Yeah,
Roger,
okay.
and I think there's like some sort of connection to Joy Boy, maybe. I mean, do you remember Im, the Emperor of the World?
Ian? Oh, you mean the guy with the eye in the darkness?
Yeah, the guy with the
Yeah.
eye. He had that mysterious compartment in his throne room area where he was looking at a picture of Luffy's wanted poster, and he sees in this big room a frozen giant straw hat. And we were like, "What?
A frozen giant straw hat?
It looks frozen. It's frozen as in it's just in a really cold room, and it looks like there's snow."
There's a giant straw hat? What?
Yeah. Giant
Why would there
straw hat.
be a giant straw hat?
Because the straw hat has symbolic significance.
Because they're
and
because
it's-
they're building a duplicate Luffy, but 10 times the size, and they had to build a giant hat for him.
Well, here's what this is my assumption after that, I think was a giant, a very significant giant, maybe the first Joy Boy or something, wore a straw hat like that, and similar in the way that Ace made a hat, made a little. He made a big hat for a giant. He made a Wano hat for Oars.
Who did?
Or Oars Jr.
Who made these hats?
Ace, Monkey D. Ace.
Wait.
Oh no, Goldie
Wait.
Ace.
Wait. Ace made hats?
He made a little hat. It was for Oars Jr. You remember Oars from Thriller Bark?
Sure.
Oars Jr. was friends with Ace, and Ace had gone to Wano and learned how to make these hats and made one for Oars Jr. so he could keep the rain off him. And Oars Jr. was the big giant that came to save him at the execution, and he held open like a gate or something. And he was probably killed. It was a very sad moment.
So the art of making these straw hats is like a Wano thing?
No, the hat that was made was like a traditional like cone shape.
Oh,
hat.
okay.
What I'm thinking is that in similar to that, Gold Roger, or I don't know, whoever made the straw hat in the first place, made that straw hat in a similar way to another person who had a similar hat. It was sort of like a hat lineage sort of reference.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna reference this cool
of course.
person.
Yeah, it's like it's like a hat lineage. Like
It's a hat lineage.
it's one of those hat lineage situations.
Like Gold Roger had a big friend called Big Giant Joy Boy the Giant. And he wore a straw hat, and Gold Roger was like, "Ooh, I'll make a hat like that. That's cool." And then he gave it to Shanks, and then Shanks gave it to Luffy, and then Eam was like, wait a minute, this straw hat on this boy looks just like this giant straw hat I have in my throne room secret entrance special room with snow inside.
And he said, wait a minute. What does the D stand for?
D's nuts?
D's hats? Doe?
D's hats?
Okay, yeah, totally forgot about the giant straw hat. That's, yeah, okay. Okay. So there was a...
Yeah,
sure.
Marie-Choix's straw hat. A straw hat is kept in a freezing room in Marie-Choix. It is very large, rivaling the size of Eam, the guy.
Wait,
the hat significance
have we seen like how big he is? I thought we just saw like his eye from the darkness.
No, I think in the chapter you can see him walking around. You don't see his face. You see him in like far away. You see him his hand holding the wanted poster. And you see a shadowy face, eye thing. So we can presume that he's like a normal-ish.
And he's got like a big hat. Oh, he's got like he's got the big like fucking Dark Souls crown.
Yeah.
Right. Straw hat. Duh.
There's so much like what the fuck to that hat, but I think it's some simple thing like Roger liked a guy who had a hat like that, and in reference to him, he made an epic reference by making a similar hat, or like bought a hat that looked like it because he was a big fan. He's like a big nerd, and
it's
that's
like,
how it started.
It's like, hey, that looks comfortable.
That looks like it would keep the sun off me.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
I can't imagine that there's like special powers related to it. It's just a hat, but it's probably special in the way that it's personally special to Gold Roger, and that's why it started as a gift that he would give to Shanks, his special boy, and then Shanks gave it to his special boy.
Who is Eam?
As far as we know, he's the ultimate authority and power of the Marines and the world government. Government specifically.
Yeah, but who is he? What's his freaking deal?
He's like some sort of an emperor king guy who likes power.
But who is he though?
He was elected. Hey, he was elected officially. We've counted the votes twice.
Right.
He is our guy.
Look at this. He received the pity vote. He cornered the pity vote and was elected.
It's the Lord of Ghosts.
Look at his arm. Look at where his arm is positioned relative to his body.
So either his head is like the crown is the top of his head, or his head is a very weird shape, or he's got very, very long arms. I think the idea is that he's got very long arms.
I mean, they're long, but it's like he has really long, like, upper arms, but his forearms are like his... I don't know. I can't really tell, like, how much of this is head and how much is body.
Maybe he's really ugly. Maybe he's a real freak.
I mean,
that giant thing is not his shoulders. That's the top of his head. That's like hair.
These proportions.
That's his hairdo.
These proportions. I don't know. It looks like he might be some kind of fucking freak. Okay, here's how you can sort of see his. So his head is his eyes are kind of up near the top of the lump. It's the lump there. Wow. I don't even know.
It's a real funny guy.
What's going on with this person? I cannot wait to see them.
I can't wait for him to be very funny looking.
What was the Five Elders? Saturn Garcia?
I don't remember, but yeah, probably.
Egghead arc, Vegapunk. J. Garcia Saturn. Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Boy.
Man, how many fucking... It's funny
What's
that it's been so long since we've known about these old men, and now this is the first time one of them is being involved directly.
Yeah. Well, did we learn about them? I mean, we knew about them before Fishman Island, right?
We knew about them a long time. Yeah. This is like pre-Annie's Lobby, I think.
Yeah.
We'd seen them standing around with their really long legs.
Just in silhouette, yeah. Oh man. The Egghead incident. It's freaking gonna be big. I gotta pee again. Then you want to do voicemails?
Yeah, let's do voicemails.
All right, sick. Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Voicemails.
One Piece
One Piece
Time for
over.
voicemails.
No more One Piece. More like 0 pieces. First, send us a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/PCP voicemail. First voicemail of the day is called 3, 2, 1, go.
Best and worst PCP memory.
The worst PCP memories I don't want to think about. But the best PCP memory...
I complain about PCP memories all the time on my stream and elsewhere. So, whatever. It's well-trodden ground.
I honestly...
Best PCP memory.
My best PCP memories are when we're hanging out together at a RadCon, and I don't know if there's anything specific we're doing. It's usually in between content that is the most fun. And like arriving at the airport and everyone going, Pug! Those are fun. Those are fun moments.
Yeah, that was always pretty good. Trying to think if there's one. I mean, it's hard to say. Pick just one.
I mean, I liked the fucking going around Radcon 3 house and doing like the GoPro stuff.
That was fun, but it was also stressful.
It was a little stressful, I guess.
I found Radcon Arena quite stressful.
I found Radcon 4 more stressful.
And it shows because I did really badly at it.
Yeah, did you did the Tales Gets Troll lecture during
I mean specifically the shooting.
Oh.
Like the actual combat.
The shooting, I mean, yeah, I don't remember.
Did very poorly at that.
I don't remember thinking about doing well. It was just like, haha, isn't this stupid?
No, I was trying to win, but I was just not good. I was not good at the skills required.
I love playing with toys, everybody.
Sure.
Good.
I don't know. Yeah, this just hanging out on streams and stuff. Just probably just chilling. At the Radcons in between.
Chilling, maxing,
in between content.
relaxing, all cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Mad Bull was a good one.
Oh yeah.
Watching that and being and freaking out as we were all watching it together.
Available on the Plebe and Weeb Blu-ray
for
a limited time. saintcomics.com/store.html.
Out of
also
stock.
On soon to be out of stock. It's also on. It's either Jesse's or Yeeg Studio Lamau. It's on one of those channels. The first episodes are on one of the channels, and the later episodes are on the other channels, and I don't remember which is which. Yeah, Mad Bull was really fun, really hype. We all lost our minds. Oh, okay. Genuinely watching the rumbles. Yeah. I think the one that Brunswick won was I was out of my fucking mind for that one. That's a contender for hypest, most fun single event in PCP history. That one might be it.
I have very fond memories of the Ape Escape Let's Play where me and Jesse beat Ape Escape 1 late at night.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I think
everyone was there. I think.
Is that Is that still up on the channel? I think a lot of people have asked about that.
That's still up, isn't it?
I mean, I hope so.
I'm pretty sure it's been downloaded, because if it went and it definitely came back.
A bunch of people have mentioned that to me. Like, a lot of old PCP heads seem to, like, that's their favorite stream.
Yeah, 6 years ago, 4 hours 43. This is the Radcon 2.
Yeah.
I think Radcon 2 is my favorite Radcon, all things considered.
Yeah. The expectations were not that high, and there was not a lot of, like, we gotta do this, we gotta do this, we gotta do this. We were all just kind of hanging out. I mean, I guess Plebe and Weeb was filming at the time, but, like, I was not really, like, I was only occasionally was I actually doing stuff with it. That was mostly, I mean, it was mostly, like, Vic that was, like, it was like do the setup and stuff. But like they would be filming episodes in the not the garage, the weapon room or whatever, and meanwhile the rest of us would just be hanging out and streaming or making a Rumble characters in the living room, and that was a lot of fun.
Maybe, it's hard to say a favorite Radcon, actually. I think Radcon 3 had more enjoyable downtime moments.
It did have a lot of that. Radcon 4
I think
Radcon
Radcon 3 had a really nice environment to it.
Yeah, I agree. It did.
That was added a lot. Just hanging out in the snow sometimes.
It's hard. Wait, in the snow? Oh yeah. In Sharon, Mass, right? It was snowy. Yeah, 2 and 3 were both really fun. 4 was fun, but there was a lot more stress. Yeah, it's hard to pick. 2, I think 2 was. Oh, I had to arrive late and like leave early.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I mean, my like life at the time was pretty shit. So like Radcon 3 was like a like beautiful respite from all that. So that was nice. But also it comes at a time in my life that I was kind of like I was not feeling super good. So my I wasn't as happy. I was very carefree at Radcon 2.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm gonna say my favorite memory is the Brunswick. Brunswick wins the Rumble. Okay. Well, we spent a long time on that one. Next one is called. Oh, it's a Vokaroo link. Let's go.
Guys, I did it! I finally did it! Oh my god! I finally had sex with a real woman, a consenting woman, a sane woman. I did it!
Ha ha ha! Just kidding.
You should have seen you.
Good one. You got us.
Why would our faces have moved that much?
You didn't see our faces. This is an audio only. You should have seen the little face on the gravestone light up. Does it still do that? I don't think it does that anymore.
No.
Hey, good joke. Okay. Next one is called well, it's like yes, and then there's an image, no, and then there's a frowny face. So this is the yes. And it's a fat cat.
It's a squishy cat. That's a nice little cat.
I mean, yeah, it's fine.
I mean, cats don't need to do much to be pretty good.
Yeah, sure. I mean, was this really worth making a voicemail about? I mean, it's pretty normal. It's a pretty normal cat video. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh wait, there's audio that goes with it.
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go.
I know Ben doesn't like anything good, anything fun, but
True.
do you guys want to see my cat?
Oh, it's your cat. All right. Well, it's nice. Nice cat.
Yes.
Thanks. Next one is called Nate edits 1 frame per day? Question mark. 3, 2, 1, go.
I just, why the fuck did you release the Paradise like, why did you participate in the Paradise OVA, right? Like, did you, was it ever supposed to be good? And why is it coming out now? Like, I don't,
Because
like,
people paid
I'm
for
watching
it.
this video, it's a fucking virulent poison. It's like a curse.
That's just a fine wine aspect.
All right. I mean, why is it coming out now is because it wasn't done until now. I mean, if the choice, I mean, are you suggesting that we should not have released it? Like, we can't do that. Like, we had to release it because we said in the
People paid
Kickstarter
for
that we
it,
would.
and some people are happy. So, you know,
And
that means
frankly,
it was worth their money, even if it, you know.
I mean, I totally get, and I would agree largely. Like, this took 3 years to make. Like, I get it, but like, I mean, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not. It's funny to laugh about how embarrassing it is. I'm not that embarrassed about it. I think it's kind of a funny video.
Yeah.
I don't care that I'm in drag or that I was like doing stupid stuff on the beach or pretending to be a girl that lost my top in the ocean.
We thought it was stupid and funny at the same time, and I still think that.
Yeah. At the time filming it, I was like, this is so stupid, haha, lol. And then watching it again, I'm like, this is so stupid, lol. And it's great.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't get the.
I mean, he's
what's
giggling.
the problem?
He's chuckling.
He should be giggling because it's a funny video. Okay, I saw a lot of comments. I saw some comments that were like, "Why would you release this?" And it's like, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't we release it? Maybe they were asking in a tongue-in-cheek way and it just didn't come across.
I think that's mostly what they're saying. This is like, this is so cringe. How could you live with yourself? How do you sleep at night?
Easily,
that's sort of a funny thing.
Easily. Simplest thing in the world.
On top of how much was it? $15,000.
34,000.
Wow.
Yeah. We used most of it. Well, we used like more than half of it, I think. Next one is called there's voicemail. So let's listen to the voicemail. 3, 2, 1, go.
Do you want to see my other cat?
Yeah. I clicked it.
And it's showing his vagina. The video is just a close up of his vagina.
No,
Wouldn't that be funny?
This is look at this little gremlin. It's getting scratched.
All right, cool cats. Nice slanted ceiling in your room, idiot. What do you live in a freaking attic?
What do you leave it, a fucking pyramid?
What do you live in a freaking house with a roof on it? You fucking poor fuck. Get out of here.
I have a roofless house so I can look at the stars.
Yeah. So I can be closer to God. Next one is called Is That Gamer's Tavern? 3, 2, 1, go.
Well, I tell you what, y'all ain't gonna believe this. I got out, see what I was gonna do, go get me a 2-liter Coca-Cola. Then I was gonna go out to the liquor store and get me a small bottle, just a little bitty bottle and carry around. Well, here's how I do it. I go to the McDonald's, I get me a large Coke. Then I drink some of that out. And then I got about like 5 minutes ride on my bike and go out to the liquor store. And then I get me a little bottle.
You lost me there.
I take off. I put me a little bit in my cup. Then I ride around a little bit. But anyhow, I'm at McDonald's. And you know what I did? I said, girl, I wanted just a large drink. She got, goes, okay. So I went to pull the money out. I left my pipe in my pocket. But it crashed through the countertop. I nice sloppily picked it up, put it back in my pocket. Now, I went in my other pocket where my bills were, and guess what? You know what? My medicine was in there, too. It hit the counter. I went, girl, I'm sorry about that. She goes, oh, that's okay. I got my large drink, and I got that. You what out of there? Now I went, I got a date Thursday night.
Real voice.
And I had an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time.
Oh no, this is Outer Wilds. It's Outer Wilds noise.
Oh no, not Outer Wilds. Thanks
I couldn't
for the
follow
voicemail.
what happened, but I like.
He was talking about going to the liquor store and going to McDonald's,
and he got a date.
and he had an onion on his belt.
Nice.
Next one is called a desiccated, deprived husk. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, what's this? A new upload from the Pro Crastinators.
Yes.
Oh, my God. Nate. So juicy. So luscious.
A deprived Nate fucker.
Nate fuckers
Yeah.
are eating good tonight.
Yes.
They sure are. They got a whole
Thanks.
15 minutes. And, well, not whole. He wasn't in every frame.
Pieces of
15
minutes of chunks of Nate sprinkled generously throughout.
The next one I don't want to listen to, so I will not do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'll just turn my. It says got kinda loud. I'm gonna listen to it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, yeah, woohoo. That beginning part with them was kind of... Whoa. Is that good? Yes, more! Give me the bikini content, please!
Hey, I'm glad you liked the video. I'm glad he enjoyed the video game.
What video?
The OVA.
Oh, good.
He enjoyed it very much. Okay, next one.
There's another cat one.
Oh,
Do you want to see the cat?
No.
It's a new cat gif. This one has a pendant in the frame.
Let's listen to the voicemail. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, guys, but for real though, what do you think I should do about my chronic futanari? Just kidding! Wanna see another cat I found on the street?
It's a cute cat. It's
Very
rolling over
good.
in the dirt. And it's got his
It
belly
is.
up.
This one's just rolling around in the freaking gutter. Why does this street cat have a rug? Where did he get that?
A
Did he
rug?
steal it from Ike? Yeah, he's like on a rug. Oh no, that's a curb. That's the stone curb. He's just
Yes.
rubbing himself on the stone curb.
Yeah. It's very funny when cats are dirty little bastards.
That's this guy. He's filthy. Oh, he's getting filthy. All right. Yeah, cool, I guess. Next one is called An Uplifting Story.
Oh, it's a ChatGPT story starring
Okay,
Ben Saint.
well. All right, I guess I'll read it. Ben Saint had always been a bit of a loner. He spent most of his time browsing the internet, arguing with strangers about politics, and vaping, lots of vaping. It was his escape from the mundane reality of his life. But the more time he spent on the internet, the more he fell into a spiral of self-destructive behavior. The arguments would escalate quickly. He would lash out with insults and threats, losing his sense of reason. The cycle would repeat itself over and over, leaving him feeling more and more depressed. One day, as Ben was browsing a forum, he stumbled onto a post that caught his attention. It was from a user named Magical Gnome 43, who claimed to have the ability to grant wishes. Ben rolled his eyes at the obvious troll, but something made him click on the profile anyway. To his surprise, the user had left a message to him specifically. Ben Saint, it read, I see you're in need of some magic. Meet me in the park tomorrow at noon, and I'll show you what I can do. Ben dismissed it as a prank, but he couldn't help feeling curious. The next day, he found himself in the park at noon, looking around for any signs of the mysterious user. Suddenly, he heard a voice. Hey there, buddy, you must be Ben, right? Then turned around to see a gnome with the face of George W. Bush smiling up at him. Who are you? Ben asked, trying to keep his cool. I'm Magical Gnome 43, of course, and I'm here to make your wishes come true. But first, let's play a game of Jenga. Ben was taken aback. This was not what he was expecting. but he decided to go along with it. They set up the tower and began playing. Ben was doing well, carefully selecting each block and placing it on top of the tower. Just as he was about to make the final move and win the game, the gnome pulled out a remote-control toy plane and flew it straight into the tower, knocking it down. Ben couldn't believe what he was seeing. "Hey, you cheated," he yelled at the gnome. "Cheated? Nonsense," the gnome replied, grinning. "I just used a little bit of magic, and now I've shown you that sometimes things don't go as planned. But that doesn't mean you should give up. Keep playing the game, and one day you'll win." Ben was confused, but he couldn't deny that the gnome had made a point. Maybe he was too focused on winning the argument and not focused enough on the process. Maybe he needed to take a step back and try a different approach. As the gnome disappeared into thin air, Ben realized he felt a sense of hope that he hadn't felt in a long time. He was still struggling with his bad habits, but he was willing to try something new. And who knows, maybe there really was a bit of magic in the world after all. Wow. I really learned a lot.
Too bad gnomes don't exist.
I really learned a lot. Too bad toy planes and Jenga are only figments of my imagination. Just use a little bit.
I like the idea that his magic example is
you're flying a toy plane into my Jenga tower.
He's not magic. You could have just had that.
I just use some, and I said, you see, Ben, this is the sign that you always just got to keep trying and never give up, and one day you'll get.
One day you won't get a little toy plane smash into your Jenga pile.
One day it'll pay off. And I said, hey, yeah, that's true. Actually, that is what that means. I feel a lot better about stuff.
I like the idea as well that it's like ChatGPT is like. I don't know what the prompt was, but it's like trying to tell an uplifting story about how you should not be on Twitter so much. And it thought, I know what this needs. A gnome. It needs a little gnome that looks like George W.
I met
Bush.
the gnome on a forum. What forum am I browsing? I thought it was like, is it George W. Bush? Because Bush did 9/11, so he made the plane fly into the tower?
Funny.
Like, is that what it's going for?
Hey, you cheated. Cheated? Nonsense. I was just doing a 9/11.
Nonsense. I was just getting us embroiled in a never-ending war in the Middle East. You sly devil.
And I learned nothing.
Good. Thanks for the tale. Did I talk about how when ChatGPT told me about Munchie Minutes, it described the thing about Kyle and the other guy, like how they had to do the fusion dance to merge into the monster. Yeah, and then it gets like, so then they had to fight against the monster. It's like, what? It has no idea what it's talking about. Next one is called Ben's Stream Chat. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Ben, when are you gonna do Facecam? Also, where's Munchie? Speaking of Munchie, why aren't there any new PCP episodes on Spotify? By the way, you should play One Step from Eden. Have you heard of it? It's almost as good as this other game, Brainword. Check it out if you like Battle Network. Anyway, wow Ben, you're a VTuber now. Change sides, I guess? LOL.
It really do be like that sometimes.
It's like seeing ghosts.
They followed me. They followed me over from Twitch. Just true. Next one is called The Blu-ray Question. Wait a sec. Did I download that one? No, I didn't. I gotta download that one. Next one is called The Blu-ray Question from at.yes.com. 3, 2, 1, go.
If you ask me, no one ever does. My only problem with the manifesto is that it doesn't go far enough. I think if you really want to right the wrongs of Trixie and save the PCP brand, you need to record season 2.
We gotta make season 2 of Plebe and the Weeb. It was promised after all.
God.
Gib, you up for it?
What does that even entail? What was the Pleep and the Weeb even about? Also, no. I don't want to do that.
Also, no.
I mean, if it was like watching a whole show of an anime, It probably wasn't.
I think they watched the first like 4 episodes.
I remember watching the K-On! Movie when on the episode I was on, but like Trixie and like Jeff and Jesse were like watching a lot of stuff. They were cramming.
I think it was that they watched the first couple episodes, and then for the Final Fantasy one, they had to watch like a couple movies. Yeah. By the way, this guy's referring to my Blu-ray manifesto at saintcomics.com/brm.html. That's read it. They tried to I don't remember who told me it was Trixie or Jesse or who, but they said that like I think after Radcon 3, they like Jesse like stayed with Trixie for a while, and they like tried to film Radcon Plebe and Weeb season 2, but they just like gave up and like threw the footage out that they had like recorded.
Yeah,
I guess they didn't like it.
I remember Trixie saying something like it wasn't very good, then did Trixie go to see Jesse and they tried to record more there? I vaguely remember that.
Maybe it was I don't know. I could be misremembering. I thought it was after Radcon 3.
It would have been. It would have been like when Trixie was doing road trips for the first time, and then one of them was to Jesse to do a bunch of Plebe and Weeb.
She did
stuff.
a big loop around the country, and yeah, I think maybe it was then. Actually,
it was before May. I guess May was right at the end of all that.
You mean May the person?
Yes.
No, it was not. Oh, you mean it was before like the breakup?
No, it was before they had met. That was a road trip that led to... No. Like, one of those stops on that road trip was meeting Mae for the first time.
You're totally whack. You're totally whack. You're totally wet. You're wiggity whack right now, because Trixie knew Mae even when she was living at DigiHouse, and like that was like pre-Radcon 3. Because remember, Trixie wouldn't not bring Mae to Radcon 3.
I know that. I'm saying that when Trixie tried to went to Jesse's house to do Plebe and Weep stuff, I vaguely recall that being like part of that road trip, as she recalls it.
Trixie was with Mae before I moved out of DigiHouse, and that road trip was well after I was gone from.
Wasn't there like a
DigiHouse?
Wasn't there like a first little road trip and then like other road trips? I don't remember.
I mean, there were several.
I listened to like Digibros and listened to these stories, and that's about all I know. So I can't remember the details.
if that were true, then that would mean that like, oh, well, I guess that would kind of. So they tried to film it like not even that long after. Like that would have been like pre-Radcon 3. So that would have only been like a year. That would have only been like a year after Plebe and Weeb was recorded.
Yeah.
Or like maybe a year and a half or something.
I think it just wasn't working for some reason. I don't know. Can't remember what they said about it.
Wasn't the last episode of Plebe and Weeb not released until after Radcon 3? Or it took like almost a year to get all made.
Yeah, it took a while for them all to get edited because.
And I mean, Radcon 3 was like only a year.
Very involved.
Yeah, and because Jesse had like his house flood and stuff delayed him. But like Radcon 3 was only like a year after Radcon 2. So like Plebe and Weeb, Jesse was editing Plebe and Weeb like the whole time. So they couldn't have tried to film season 2 until like that was well over. I think.
I mean, they could have tried. I think that.
I mean, maybe.
I think the idea was Radcon 2 ended, but they still needed to film another season of Plebe and Weeb, so Trixie drove to Jesse's to try and see if they could do that for a bit.
I just gotta say, I'm not gonna dwell on it, but I want to say that if Trixie or Jesse had been like just more transparent about like the Blu-ray thing and just been like, I'm sorry, we fucked up. We can't make the Blu-rays. We misallocated the budget. We didn't know what we were doing. We fucked up. I'm sorry. I probably wouldn't have been that mad about it. I would have been like, okay, people make mistakes. What made me upset about it was that they just continued to lie about it and continued to like deflect and like pretend that it was still happening when it obviously was not. If they had just not lied about it, I would have just let it go. I swear.
I mean, they could have always, in the back of their mind, thought, "We'll get around to it." But
to an extent, I think Trixie probably did, but like she wasn't.
Yeah,
she just wasn't.
She
It was not true. It was just not true. And there were no steps being taken towards her ever doing it. And in fact, steps in the other direction were being actively taken. But like I said, I don't want to dwell on it, but I do want to say that. Yeah, next one is another image. It's better not be another fucking cat, I swear to God.
It's a different format.
Wait, is it more than one image, or is it just one
It's just an image.
Okay. Me listening to Ben and Gib talk about One Piece, even though I know nothing about it, but it sounds like they're having fun. Oh, yeah.
That's great. Thanks for enjoying the rambling.
That's why we're here, man, so you can do this. Next one is another imager, if you can believe it. NATO, Ukraine is hosting
this.
one of the great epics of this. Oh, this tweet. We are Harry Potter and William Wallace, the Na'vi and Han Solo. We're escaping from Shawshank and blowing up the Death Star. We are fighting the Harkonnens and challenging them. I'm glad. I don't know what the Harkonnens are. Thanks for the rockets.
Thank you for the rockets. Like,
thanks for the rocket.
What on earth is going on with that? Whoever made that tweet, what is wrong with them? What on?
I mean,
earth is going on?
I understand the urge to like. I understand the urge to like relate. You know, an ongoing political thing to a pop culture.
Pop culture.
I understand that impulse, but like to just I don't know. There's a line, and there's a line, and you've crossed it here.
It's just so. It's like when people do this, it's usually pretty cringe. But this doesn't make any sense.
This is like Ready Player One.
It is. It's Ready Player One.
Remember Harry Potter? Remember Braveheart? Remember Han Solo? Remember Shawshank? I do. It's just like all your favorite movies and TV shows, but it's war in real life.
They should have stuck with one thing. They should have just said, imagine if Putin was Thanos. Now do you see why we gotta send rockets?
You know what? That's still bad.
I know it's still bad, but at least it's funny, because then you can have, like, purple Putin.
They should have just posted a picture of Putin edited to look like Thanos. They just give him the Thanos chant.
Like Thanos is a meme that people can enjoy even when it's bad.
Yeah. They should have just had him... They should have just have him snapping the freaking glove and the freaking Donbass region just turning into little Doritos or whatever. Liberated. Thanks for the rockets, yo.
Just fucking mentioning Han Solo.
Thanks for all these rockets.
He's not even the main guy.
He's not even the main guy. Wait, what do you mean we are Hans?
Because Solo, a Star Wars story was coming out, or was
Han Solo
recent memory or whatever.
This is so fucking stupid. It doesn't even make sense. Because Han Solo is not under attack. Han Solo could have just left, and he decided that he was going to do the right thing and join the conflict. That's not the narrative you're trying to... The idea is that Ukraine is the underdog being attacked, being bullied by this greater power. Yeah, it should have been they're the rebels. They're the rebels. They're the rebels.
They're the Luke Skywalker.
Han Solo's not a rebel until later. So
Princess Leia. Isn't William Wallace a real person? Wasn't he like
Honestly, comparing it to William Wallace, the historical figure who people know from Braveheart, is like perfectly reasonable. Like they should have done that.
Yeah.
That's no objection.
I know William Wallace from the Age of Empires 2 campaign. We play as the Scottish.
I just know him from that movie. Next voicemail is called "In Case You Wondered." 3, 2, 1, go.
I'll never go trans.
Nice.
Keep up the good work.
We'll get you. We'll keep listening, buddy. Keep listening to the PCP, and we'll get you.
Scoff.
Guh. Next one is called Whoops. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, about that,
No.
I just saw the OVA and
Okay. I just saw the OVA. Nyan. Sorry.
All of these
Told ya.
losers look like cute girls. Maybe I could. That's what I thought.
Crossing my arms. I could look that good in a one-piece swimsuit if I wanted to. If I was on a podcast.
If I was on a podcast, people wouldn't even care what I looked like.
Next one is called BGE's Spicy Salts, A Threat to Nate.
Oh, no.
Lamat, wait, I gotta... Did I download the last one? Yes, I did. Just gotta download this one. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Give me those toe beats, give me those toe beats, give me those toe beats. I said, give me those toe beats, give me those toe beats. I said the mind now, massage your toe beats as I said, staring into space. Deep inside has a beverage of toe beats resting on my face. I tickle your little toe beats and they tickle me. I got your tiny nails, I keep them nice and clean. So, give me those toe beats, give me those toe beats, give me those toe beats. I said, give me those toe beats, give me those toe beats. I said the mind now.
Oh, toe beans.
Toe beans,
I only
yes.
just got it.
I figured it out after maybe a third of the way in. Because he was talking about kittens or something.
I
Cute.
probably can't play that because of copyright.
Oh, really?
Well, it's a song, isn't it? Unless this person made it. It's very good, but it sounded like they were recording it off their phone from like a thing.
If it's a parody cover, I don't know what the original is. So maybe you're right. But, cute. Nonetheless, who doesn't love a good toe bean? Nice. Next one. Next one is called, it's an Imgur. Oh, okay. Digibrony. Okay, Brother and Pony. Oh, Brother and Bony. Brother and Pony become Brony. Digital and Brony becomes Digibrony. Digibrony becomes Digibro. Digi shortened to Digi. And then transliterated or whatever into Trixie. Digibro also branches into Digine.
It's not actually how it went.
This is not quite historical, yeah. Because the name Digibro predates Digibrony.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Digibro comes first. It was 21st century digital boy.
Yes.
Which
is from the Bad Religion song.
Is it? I thought it was like the manga.
There's a Bad Religion song called 21st Century Digital Boy.
Oh, you're right. What was I thinking of? The 21st Century Boy?
Yeah, the one by by the guy who did Billy Bat, and the one that he does the Manban guy.
20th Century Boys.
Yes.
So it was...
No, I think it's from the song. So 21st Century Digital Boy. And then I don't know exactly when that became Digibro, but she shortened it to Digibro.
She made it
and then,
as for a username probably on some thing or forum.
Yeah, probably. And then the other thing, correct with Nay and Digibro and Digi into Digi, but Trixie is also short for Beatrice. So you would have to...
So it's not actually derived from Digi.
It's partially derived from Digi in that it's also sort of... she told me, say Trixie, because it kind of has like the same vowel configuration and like it kind of... I don't know. It's like a weak connection, but it's like there if you want it, I guess. So, it's funny to see the etymology worked out, but it's just missing some links, but it's okay. It's a good effort. And I appreciate the attempt at etymology, and I'd like to see an updated version.
Oh, the next image I'm looking at.
Okay, let me scope it. Was this me at BronyCon?
Yeah, where are you? You look like you're in like a airport.
Well, I had the dyed hair, so It must have been I feel like it was I had that hair at BronyCon. I think this is at BronyCon. Or it might be, I mean, it's around that time because my hair looks like that. Man, I'm just, this is not relevant to the meme. I'm distraught that my beard is graying so fast. I look at this and I'm like, I had hardly any grays at all. It's over. It's over.
But like a salt and pepper beard looks cool.
I know. Everyone says that. But they're lying. They're lying through their teeth. They don't know. They don't know the gruesome reality. No.
It's fine.
Stop lying. Everyone says that until they get some, and then no, it's not cool. It's bad.
When I start to get white hairs, that'll be funny.
That's what you think.
I'll
That's
laugh.
What you think.
Oh no, I'll film myself laughing about it.
You think? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, okay. Everyone was mad at me. I mean, people weren't even that mad at me. All right, because of the whole Cheesy said, "Oh, Andrew Callahan asked multiple times for sex," and I said, "Well, that doesn't sound that bad."
Yeah, I think it was. What was it being framed as? Like, I would agree that it's harassment, but I think it was being framed as abuse.
It depends on how it's done.
And I'm like,
okay.
Words mean different things. I don't know whether it counts as abuse technically.
It really depends.
It's bad. Absolutely, is bad. I mean, it's like not a good thing for a person to do.
It's at its most benign. It's a bad look, and it's annoying, and it's embarrassing. And like, if it's like over text, like it has literally no power to do anything like over text, and like she can literally just stop replying or block you. So like in that case, you just look like a little whiny bitch, and like, you know, it's not good. But whatever. In person, I can totally imagine how it's like how you could do it in a way that is pushy, that is potentially even threatening, or something like that. So like I get it. I just as I said at the time, I didn't have all the details and I didn't know the entire context for it. And perhaps if I knew the details and heard like the full report from the accuser, I'd be like, oh well, that sounds terrible. That sounds awful. Why are you upset? Asking again doesn't invalidate your previous lack of affirmation. It's simply a new request. After all, it is possible that you have changed your mind since my last request for your consent. I will, of course, respect your answer for the purposes of this limited exchange. The past answer does not necessarily inform future answers. In reality, it is a mark of my deep respect for you that I consider it possible for you to have undergone the necessary character development to approach my question with a fresh perspective. To think otherwise would be to deny your life of self-determination. As our rhetoric states of a territory. I put it to you again. Will you have sex with me? My pee-pee. I don't know what the next line would have been.
My pee-pee's so big.
My pee-pee is enormous. I can't.
My pee-pee go poo-poo.
Gross. I hate that. I'm gonna throw up. Oh God. Oh, I really hate that.
that's how you counter it, everybody.
Yeah. Just have your pee-pee go poo-poo, and then they won't want to have sex with you anymore. Next one. Oh wait. Did we just look at that one already?
Yes.
Okay. The next one is puppy girls versus cat girls. 3, 2, 1, go.
Really, a 6-hour podcast?
Yeah, everyone complained.
If Nate was here, he would have cut the podcast off at its knees. He would have let it die, like the hero god that he is. I love Nate.
True.
Why won't you come back on the PCP, Nate? Are you a fucking coward? Why won't you come on?
I love you, you
coward.
coward.
For not recasting or whatever you call it, his Twitch stream.
Raiding. You refuse to raid.
He refuses to raid.
In another act of cowardice. They just keep piling.
Sun Tzu's Art of War states that if you don't raid a stream, you're a little bitch.
That's true. Yeah, I remember that. This wasn't about puppy girls or cat girls at all.
No.
Okay. Next one is called. It's called Who Boy. 3, 2, 1, go.
Can we check in really quick, just for a moment, and confirm that when you ask for sexual favors over and over again, it doesn't really matter whether or not it's coercive, because it's still sexual harassment to do that. Like Like,
yeah,
I'm very
yeah.
sorry to bring this up, but like, I feel like it's kind of fucked to just leave that
This is so
at like,
stupid.
oh, it's
This is
kind
so
of annoying,
stupid.
but it's fine. Like, no, I do feel like if you do that, kind of like Cheesy said, you're not accepting their like their no
So
on a
annoying.
normal basis. You're asking over and over again, which is
Define
like
over and
just
over. He didn't say
keeping
over and
on
over.
like a sexual topic and a sexual advance that has already been rejected, and I'm sorry, that's sexual harassment. I don't care that it doesn't immediately violate their consent. It's it's still violating their consent to like having a sexually like explicit interaction.
It's probably
whatsoever.
It's
And
probably
that's the case
sexual
in
harassment.
person very
It's probably
clearly,
sexual
but also
harassment.
I think in DMs in a similar way. I'm sorry,
Okay, sure.
it's fucked. No,
It's probably sexual harassment.
I would say
But,
it
like,
is. Well, what's
you think it is?
probably about it?
Well, I mean, okay, just because the terms are vague, like, okay, Cheesy said multiple times, and like, okay, well, how many times? 2 times or 10 times? How long elapsed between them? A minute? A day? A week? You know, yeah, it's probably bad, but like, I could construct a scenario that the way it was described to me accurately fits that I would not consider sexual harassment necessarily. But if it's I mean,
well, like if you make a comment like hey, and then they say no, and it's like, oh, come on, like that doesn't go over the line into sexual harassment. That's just sort of like fucking around.
You're DMing. You're like, hey, want to have sex? She says no. He says, come on, you know you want to have sex with me because I'm so sexy. She says, no, I don't want to have sex with you. You say, please, no. I mean, it's a little needy.
It's needy and a little pathetic.
It's needy and pathetic. I wouldn't even call it sex. I mean, it's a proposition, and maybe you should have dropped it after the first one or two. But is it? Would I call that sexual harassment?
The number,
Not necessarily.
What's the number? I would say.
I'm gonna say probably past 2.
I would say past 2 is sexual harassment. You get one extra little pathetic attempt. You get one attempt to save. You get a saving throw.
But what if she says no, but in like a I'm just kidding kind of way? What if she goes, no, come on, no, we can't do that, no. But it's like she doesn't really mean it though.
Oh, that's
women are always saying no, but they don't actually mean it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. I'm just kidding, by the way. Don't quote me. Definitely don't quote that out of context. Definitely don't tell anyone. Don't let anybody know that I said that under any circumstances. No, everyone harangued me and made fun of me. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, it's in most cases would probably be sexual harassment. In some cases, it could be done in a coercive way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You happy? Are you all fucking happy? You're never happy, you jackals.
I mean, they all sound pretty happy when they're chuckling as they say these things. Like, did you? I mean, obviously, I don't like the chuckling. I think it is those chuckles of contempt.
Those are chuckles of contempt.
Even when you're right, chuckling when you say, "Are you sure?"
It's unacceptable. I would consider chuckling to be a violation of my consent because you didn't ask me if you could do that.
So. Isn't there somebody you forgot to ask? Me just doing anything.
They should ask. They ought to ask me multiple times if they're allowed to chuckle, so that I can say no every time. Okay, next voicemail.
Yes,
it's called "Kill the Intrusive Thought." 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, you know, I've been having this intrusive thought lately. Whenever I watch the show, and you're talking about One Piece, I'm like, oh, they should have me on the show. They should have a random person on the show to be their facts checker and to answer all their questions or
Gib
mistakes.
knows too many facts.
Please kill this intrusive thought for me. Please do it. I'm being cringe.
I'll kill you.
I get it though. I get it.
I mean, yeah, facts is if it were like a proper like attempt at being like this is a podcast about One Piece. Fact checking is probably important. I didn't need to do that for the podcast because Nate would have facts, but then again, he would also make things up and get things wrong sometimes.
I've heard people say that he remembers things wrong.
He remembers things wrong. I mean, I know he has like a tendency to like say something and not realize he said it incorrectly. But if I don't know what the truth is, then I don't check him on that.
See,
so that's funny.
This is why I'm the superior One Piece, because I don't know anything. You listen to the last. I don't remember shit about what happened. I'm like a little baby with a freshly laundered brain. Just like what?
Well, now I'm the Nate.
The minks live on an elephant. Oh yeah, I think I remember an
Zushina.
elephant. Yeah,
that's
Zushina.
the name of
is
the
that
elephant.
the gun? Isn't it Zhao?
Zhou is the island. Zushina is the name of the elephant.
Oh,
I think
I thought the elephant was the island. Don't the minks live on the elephant?
They live on the island on the elephant. Look.
What? No, the island. I thought the elephant was just walking through
Zunesha, not Zushina.
the water.
Zunesha is a big fucking elephant. Zunesha is a big, and he carries the island of Zou on its back. There you go.
Oh, all right, okay. Gotcha.
See, I've got the facts.
I don't even pretend to know what I'm talking about.
But now I'm in the position of being the Nate, where I think sometimes I have the facts and maybe I'm getting things wrong, and I'm just saying it, and you're being like, I believe it.
That sounds reasonable.
Turns out everything I've said this whole episode has been wrong.
You've been making it up. There is no treasure tree atom. That was never a thing that existed. There's no frozen hat in Marijois. Like what? Like of course that was just a fever dream.
Just
there's
like
no such thing as the Turkey 2000 nuggets. There's no Turkey 2000 nuggets.
Look,
they were never real.
I've got to search through the One Piece wiki. That's my One Piece. The Turkey 2000s. I left it there.
That's your all blue.
That's my all turkey.
And then there's a. Wait, is there any more last minute voicemails? No, we got the last one. Voice Grail? Sure, I'll take it. 3, 2, 1, go.
Guys, what's your hello? guys, what's your hey guys, what is guys, what's your favorite anime?
Favorite what?
Favorite anime.
Yep. Another fucking masterpiece of a voicemail.
My favorite anime is...
That was not me. That was part of the voicemail, by the way. That was not me saying that.
I actually thought that was you saying that.
I knew you would. I knew the listener would. But no, that was part of the voicemail. But it is what I should say in real life. But it's already been said for me.
My favorite anime is The Owl House.
Shut up.
And it's good.
Continues. I guess I'd probably have to go with Fooly Cooly or maybe Gurren Lagann.
You've said that before. That was
I know.
It was a joke question. You must give a silly answer.
Oh.
Actually, I like Owl House. It was just a new answer.
I like that one anime that one guy in Russia has been making for 40 years. The one about the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Is it in black and white?
Yeah.
It's been going on so long, it's not even in Technicolor.
Have you seen that Atrocity Guide video about
well, I haven't seen the video, but I've heard you talk about it. I've seen the GIFs of it.
Yeah, it looks really disgusting. I actually hate how it looks. It looks horrible. I'd be so uncomfortable actually watching that film. Imagine. That's a good anime though.
Wow, I wanted this to be a short one, and it still ended up being like
it's still
4
almost
hours.
4 hours. Yeah, we just can't help ourselves.
I did have a lot to say about the One Piece chapter. I was very hype.
Yeah, it's pretty hype. But I guess we're done.
We are done.
Want to call it? All right.
Yes.
Send us a voicemail. Speakpipe.com/PCB Become a patron. Patreon.com/The Procrastinators. And buy Clarissa Gunsmoke Volume 1 on
book.
Amazon or Ko-Fi.
Get it on
Link
Ko-Fi if you want a PDF. If you want the paperback book, go to Amazon. It ships in like a day. It's really quick. It's great.
I'm gonna have it soon.
$15 or your regional equivalent. It's pretty good.
Free shipping with Prime, or if you have a full cart. That's how I do it.
Chapters 1
Never
to
pay
4
for
of
Prime.
Clarissa Gunsmoke. I'm going to start working on Chapter 5, I think, next week. I think that's what I have next on my plate. It's kind of hard to imagine.
Do you want to start... I mean, I'm still working on Beastcapades. Do you think you could maybe start, like, I don't know, doing some, like... I don't know, like, is there anything else that the magazine needs?
I mean, there's
cover design, interior page stuff.
I guess I could.
All right. I mean,
I guess
while
I haven't decided on like
Beastcapading-
fonts and stuff.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's somebody's got to do that at some point. And then, shit. Is there anything else? Are we done?
Buy my book.
Buy the book by Clarissa. Okay. Bye. End of
Goodbye.
the episode. Thank you. Mwah.